you had come across this large courtyard and walled settlement. You'd seen some wild dogs picking apart some charred corpses, and you'd met Orvex, a translator for the Red Wizards of Thay, who was caught in an explosion, trapped under rubble. He is very interested in Omu. He's actually an archaeologist as well, so he's here to try and uncover the history and the secrets of Omu. He can also act as a translator, and he's happy to tag along with you guys as long as you help to keep him alive. As you'd made your way with Imbok over this fallen tree, you'd been attacked by a barrage of arrows from the tabaxi known as Bag of Nails. Bag of Nails tried to kill you guys, and when you confronted the tabaxi by finally making your way up to him, he proclaimed that he was senile, and that he thought you guys were the ones that took his son. And through some interrogation, you'd actually learned that he still had an intention to kill you regardless, and that he was looking for this sacred relic that could help to find his son. He took you to a nearby hideout and told you that there are some shrines. There are these shrines dedicated to trickster gods scattered throughout the city, and he pointed you in the direction of some of them, but ultimately he decided to remain at the base, which is just a small sunken cellar where he has gathered some supplies and has basically been living off the land. Hey, we're just doing a recap. So, Torin, you were hanging out with Bag of Nails, just keeping guard because he's not really that trustworthy. But now he's basically said that he's going out hunting, and you couldn't stop him. So he's left, and then you've left to catch up with everyone else at one of these shrines. So you're all currently over here with Orvex. Bag of Nails has gone off hunting. So I'll just remind you guys as well that when you entered the city, you'd found this graffiti. There is a folder called Omu. It has some information. And you'd also learn, you're starting to learn the legend of the 9 gods from Orvex. He said he'll slowly reveal it to you every night. So there are these strange pieces of information here. Anyway, you guys have just arrived at the shrine. It was the Shigan Bay Shrine. It was dedicated to the trickster god, who's a Commandant. So, as you guys have approached, well, you actually approached from the rear. You're attacked by these Commandant, and you defeated them, and you'd actually managed to save a couple of their cubs. You approach the front of the shrine now. So, Orvex, he's very interested in this shrine, obviously. He's already taking a look around. I'll just describe the entrance to you guys again. So it's relatively ruined. You can see bits of the wall that have broken away all around the perimeter of the shrine. And the shrine itself stands at the heart of the compound. At the entrance, there are these 2 tall monoliths flanking the entrance. And they're covered in vines, creepers, and moss. And through some of those trailings that obscure the obelisks, you notice that they are decorated with the images of a jaguar with 6 snakes sprouting from its shoulders. There was also a stone door set into the shrine. And as Yazo and Orion had moved it along, you'd seen a set of stone steps descending deeper into the shrine. Before you go any further, Orvex, he clears his throat a little bit. This must be Shagambi's shrine. Let me tell you the story about Shiganbi. At noon, a brave Kamadan hopped down from her rock. She saw the evil in the Omuan's heart and decided to lance it like a troublesome boil. The Commandant fashioned a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and a crafty grung stole it. In her rage, Shagambi the Commandant forgot all about the Omuans and chased Nang Nang the Grung forever across the sky.
Interesting. Sounds like the moon and the sun or something.
I've actually met a tribe of Grum. They worship Nang Nang as a god, I believe.
Ah, yeah. They must see Nang Nang as an idol. But they are called trickster gods for a reason.
Game back.
So are we going in?
Well, before we do, I remember Bag of Nails said that he couldn't get into these shrines, which is weird because we just kind of pushed the door open.
Yeah, but you had to be 2 people, didn't you? It was too heavy for one.
I guess. I mean, what's the harm?
That door was heavy. There is no way. Like, it weighs 600 pounds. There's no way Bag of Nails would be able to open that by himself.
Well, these are trickster gods, so can I take a look down the hallway for traps here?
Yeah. You take a look down the stone steps. It's dusty. There's light peering in from outside. A short flight of steps leads to a landing that opens up into a larger chamber that looks like some sort of battle arena. It's a perception check to look for traps. There's plenty of light peering in from outside so you can see clearly in there. You take a look at the first few steps. They're covered in a layer of dust. It doesn't look like anyone's been here for a long time, and you don't detect any hazards.
Just to be careful, I'll take a rock or a gold coin or something and toss it down the steps.
A gold piece?
Yeah.
Alright, you toss it down the steps. Like, in what way? Just over the steps? Are you rolling it down the steps?
I'd like to hit as many of the steps as possible.
Alright, make a dexterity check. Alright, you roll the coin and it hits every second step before bouncing on the landing and rolling around to it falls flat on the floor. You hear, it's quite echoey in there, and you just hear the sound of the coin echoing in this hollow chamber beyond.
Nothing for it then.
Great, let's go.
Also, just to remind you guys, Garrick had twinned Shield of Faith on himself and Nim, and I don't think you're concentrating on anything more, boys. You've also got
should go
Comprehend.
first.
It was that healing aura when we were doing the fighting. That's what he had it on.
Oh yeah. Nim, as you're looking at this narrow entrance, you're feeling like there's actually no way that you can get in there. You're too big.
Yeah, I was gonna drop it. I was just gonna wait till you finished describing and everything.
Okay.
Gonna drop back to me.
Right, you return back to Nim. You step in to the arena. You see a 15-foot high moss-covered room, similar to the moss that's covering all the exterior walls and those tall obelisks flanking the entrance. In alcoves, left and right, are 4 statues of Omuan warriors. They remind you of Ragda. They wear the standard gladiator battle gear that an Omuan warrior would wear, or a Cholton warrior would wear. They're standing in these alcoves to the either side, and they're overlooking this barred gladiatorial pit in the floor. It's a 20-foot drop down, the walls are smooth, Each statue looks like it was meant to hold a spear. They have a shield in one hand and then just like a hollow slot in the other hand. The weapon is missing. On the far side of the chamber, you see a stone pedestal. It stands conspicuously bare, and behind it there is a relief carving on the wall. It shows a monstrous jaguar with 6 snakes protruding from its shoulders, and it's fighting off this squat, frog-like humanoid that's armed with a spear. And to the left of the relief, there is a narrow tunnel with stairs leading down.
They don't have spears because they lost a weapon, of course.
I go over to how big are the holes between the bars?
These bars are about 2 feet wide. They're spaced about 2 feet apart.
Ooh, I better stay away from that.
I take a rope and tie a rope around it and toss it down.
Okay.
Just to have a escape route or something like that. If
Alright, make an intelligence sleight of hand check. To tie the rope.
intelligence.
There was a little bit of dynamic line missing there too, but I just filled it in. But pay no attention to that little gap that you may have seen.
Intelligence sleight of hand.
So basically, intelligence plus proficiency if you're proficient, which you're probably not. So an intelligence check.
So intelligence check. Oh yeah.
What type of rope are you tying there?
The rope from my adventure skip.
Okay. So,
I tested by pulling at it before I throw it down.
Is it a silk or a hemp rope?
No, it's a hemp rope.
Okay. It as you're tying it, you actually drop it and it falls down into the pit.
Damn it! Somebody else has a rope.
Yeah, but I can just climb down and get it if you want.
Just for safety, if we got down there, should have a way out.
I have rope.
Is 2 feet of space between the bars enough to pass through?
Yeah, you could squeeze through. You do also notice something as you're peering down into this pit. There are these 8-foot high arched entrances that are blocked off by portcullis on this side and this side. They're actually kind of, you can see that dotted line on the map, that's actually a tunnel. And the portcullis is about, flush with these walls. It looks like the entryway that a gladiator would use to enter the arena. But they're blocked off with crisscross bars.
I will drop another rope here.
Tie it first, don't just drop it on.
Yeah, I mean, I will tie it like to the edge of the...
Okay.
Make an intelligence check, Morgoy, to see how good a rope you can tie.
Sleight of hand if you have.
Yeah, do you have sleight of hand?
Not proficient, but with
Jack of all trades.
4 trades.
Yeah.
Plus 3 for...
You get half of your... I think it was half of your proficiency bonus added on.
Ooh, second rope.
And perhaps you're just a little bit nervous as you're trying to tie it. You tug on it and you think it's tight, and all of a sudden it just comes loose and falls out of your hands down into the pit.
I asked the rest of the group, does anybody know how to tie a rope?
Yeah, let me
Say
do
that
it. I can do this. I have 2 ropes, so I use one.
Okay, Taran,
Does
make an intelligence check. It's not that difficult to tie it.
The whole floor is gonna be covered by ropes.
Alright. That's good. That's enough to tie a
Maybe
rope
one of the
and
ropes.
then go
See?
down.
I thought you could do it.
Yeah, it's nothing special. It doesn't have any special knots in it that you could use to climb easy or anything like that. But is it a silk rope or a hemp rope?
Hemp.
Okay. Alright, you've got a hemp rope.
Dark in here?
It's
There's a DC of 5.
I mean, there's no light sources, but you've got light pouring in through the entrance. But it's pretty shadowy towards the back of the chamber. As you guys are doing this, Orvex calls something out. Guys, I have uncovered something. He's an archaeologist, very interested in the shrine, and he's been paying special attention to these monoliths and actually pulling back the vines that were obscuring these inscriptions, or the carvings of the Commandant.
Somebody
There is
who's
an
more
inscription
intelligent.
here.
What does it say?
It says, Shigan teaches us to fight evil with honor.
Sounds good.
So
To fight something.
from your story, Shigambi was the Commandant who forged the spear and then lost it. So maybe the spear is like considered honorable by Omoans?
So you mean we have to find a spear?
Do you have a spear?
I don't.
But maybe
Um,
if we need to find the spear, we need to find that thing or guy, whatever, that stole it first.
Well, there is an upstairs or downstairs? Are these stairs over here, Seb?
Yep, there are stairs descending down into a dusty-looking hallway beyond.
What's that?
That's just a pedestal. It's just a small square block that looks like it would hold, a piece of jewelry or a master sword, something like that.
A master sword?
It looks like it should be holding something, but it's conspicuously bare. It's just on a small circular riser, and then it's just a 3-foot square block that's got nothing on top of it. There should be something there.
Anyone need some light?
No.
Yes, please.
So, Torin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will cast light on his sword.
Okay. It's getting pretty dark to the back of this
Ooh,
chamber,
nice.
and then
Thanks.
around this corner it's pretty much pitch black. Torin's light illuminates all of the detail, every little crack in the wall, the dust that's built up in the cracks, cobwebs that pockmarks the corner of the ceiling, and little insects scurrying around.
I'll try to do the coin thing on the stairs again and try to hit the stairs.
Make a dexterity check.
Solid.
It basically rolls down the stairs. It hits like the top one and then the bottom one, and then falls flat on the landing beyond.
Let's risk it.
Coin isn't that heavy, is it? Oh.
Are we picking all the coins up?
They're probably not even circular, to be honest. Water Daving coins are square, but yeah, you got it down as many steps as you could get it. All right, you pick it up, and you feel some light cobwebs drape over your face. And as you look to the left, you see even thicker cobwebs obscuring the view of the tunnel beyond. It's quite cramped down here as well. The ceiling is about 7 feet high. It's a flat stone wall, and dust covers the floor.
Can I take a look at the dust and see if there's any evidence of tracks of any creatures that may have disturbed it?
Yeah, you can search for tracks with a survival check. It's going to take you between 1 to 6 minutes. Alright, you do a quick glance around. It takes a minute, and you do not see any evidence of passage of any sorts of creatures recently.
I think we're alone, guys.
Good. I mean, it's all of us, right? We're all here,
Yep.
but nothing else.
I don't think so, but be on your guard.
Always.
Do I hear anything out of the audio, or is it just silence from the others walking and talking?
You can make a perception check to listen out for any sounds of
That's gonna go so well.
any movement.
Get him out now, guys.
You put your ear up to your hand to listen, and you hear the hollow sound of your eardrum from the inside of your hand as you're basically just blocking your ears.
So I hear the ocean.
You hear the ocean. You deduct that there must be an ocean in this dungeon somewhere. Alright.
Could be.
As you move forward, Orion, there are these very thick cobwebs. Are you just walking through them, or are you trying to get them out of the way in any way, shape, or form?
Are they like normal cobwebs, or are they like giant spider kind of cobwebs?
They're pretty big cobwebs. They could be from a giant spider, or they could be from several smaller spiders. Whatever they are, they're extremely thick, and you'd have to, yeah. If you walk through them, you're going to be absolutely covered in it.
I'll use my sword and cut them away then.
Alright, they actually come away very easy. They're extremely delicate, like freshly spun silk. You push them aside with your sword. They're quite sticky, and you wipe the webs off on the wall with the blade of your sword. Up ahead, you see more relief carvings in the wall. They are just like a stone carving, and they depict a Commodon fighting a Grog. And there's also these inscriptions. They are written in this exotic looking language that you don't recognize.
Is the language comparable to the inscription that our archaeologist friend has been reading?
Yes, must be this
Okay.
older one, you would think.
Hey guys, get the archaeologist up here.
You're wanted downstairs.
Oh?
Yeah.
What is it? He was quite obsessively inspecting these statues, but he heads over and he kind of stops and glares at this bas relief, and then he continues on. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, there's something written on the wall here, and also a dead end.
It's not a dead end. There's the portcullis here that leads into the pit.
Gotcha.
So Orvex comes along, and he starts inspecting the inscription using the light of Torrin's shield or blade or whatever got light got put on it. Sword.
It's my sword. I have a shiny sword.
And yeah, Orvex seems absolutely amazed. He gently places his hand on the inscriptions and he's shaking. Oh, amazing. This tells the story of Shigambi and Nang Nang. Everything I have studied, it is being proved here. The legend of the trickster gods is real.
After some time, I get impatient and climb down the rope.
Alright, make an athletics check to climb down.
Yeah, super. I'm gonna fall.
You don't fall. You're starting to climb down, Garrick, and you do actually feel like you can't make it. You grab onto the rope, grab onto the bars, and it's quite a drop, and you just can't muster the strength to climb down the rope. You feel like if you try, you'll fall. It's a 20-foot
Can you
drop
re-
below.
20 feet drop below.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You don't fall though.
What is?
You just feel like if you do try, you will fall.
Well, my
Yeah.
friend, what does the inscription say exactly?
It says the story of Shigambi. It relays what I had told you previously.
Gotcha. Can I look around the portcullis for a way to open it?
There's no apparent way to open it. There's no lever or anything like that.
Hey, can I try to pick it up?
When you step forward, there is a pressure plate that you step on.
Makes sense.
And the tile that you stood on sinks into the ground 1/4 of an inch. You hear a click, and then very abruptly, this old rusty portcullis slams up, opening the hallway beyond. And you're down with the pit. There's you and 3 ropes.
Hey guys.
Oh look, you're down there.
Okay, I'm gonna try to climb down to Orion.
You will fall if you try. Also, if you want to be on that square, you will need to try and balance on the bars, Garrick. Alright, when
Isn't so bad.
Orion steps in, that portcullis snaps back up and locks into place. As you step here, Orion, the entire floor, 15-foot square floor, sinks down into the ground 1/4 of an inch. And the opposite portcullis slams open.
I jump.
Okay. You fall prone and take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And as
That's smart.
you do that, 4 gladiators have just marched out into the arena. They resemble clay humanoids. They have a spear in one hand, a bronze spear, and a wooden shield in the other. They're very autonomous, and they march with purpose and speed. As they head into the arena, they start leveling their spears towards Orion and Garrick, and they start attacking. So
How does something so a space so small?
I found
Can
these guys.
They,
Can I try to step on the pressing plate again and try to reopen the gate?
can do
Probably
whatever
doesn't
you
work,
want.
but- Yeah, I'll try that.
Alright, well, you have to wait till your turn because we're in initiative now.
Yeah, sure.
Sebastian, I didn't fail the concentration test.
Okay.
It's I took away 40 hit points, and that's why he says I failed.
Okay.
And it was just 10.
You're still concentrating. Alright, yeah, these clay gladiators, obviously you're in some sort of gladiatorial match. They've marched out really quickly and they just start attacking. This gladiator steps forward and it just like basically jumps in the air and tries to Sparta shield bash you to the ground, Orion. And you need to make a strength saving throw. Just out of nowhere with speed and ferocity. It jumps in at you and it hits you for 11 bludgeoning damage, clashing you with its shield. You don't fall to the ground. It reels back and it lunges forward, thrusting forth with its spear. You hear this Cholton chant, and you're hit for 14 piercing damage. It then attacks you again, and it stabs you for another 12 piercing damage. Alright, Garrick, I'd say you would have had enough time to stand up by now too, so you're not prone anymore. This gladiator is going to just try and push kick Orion. Just reel back and kick with all its might. It misses. And then it spears him. And that misses. You're just trying to fight off this very quick flurry of ferocious attacks. And it hits you for another 9 piercing damage. Alright, so Torrin and Yazo, you guys can see through these portcullis, these events unfolding. But you're blocked. There's no way to get in.
Can I see in then, if I can see in?
You can see in, yeah. Morgoise, you can hear the commotion. You're up.
So the archway is closed here.
Yeah, it's a portcullis.
So I will move. So I'm here. 10, 20, 25, 30. I will dash. 10, 20, 25. Can I see them from here?
Yeah, you can clearly see down from that location. They're 20 feet below you.
Okay, so I will healing word on Orion
I think you got how much is your movement speed? 60?
with the dash 60. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we went a bit too far there. Oh no, that's exactly 60. Sorry, I miscalculated.
I'll cast second level healing word on Orion.
You're my favorite.
You can see
Hey
he's
Orion,
getting destroyed by
your
these things.
wounds are closing. You take 7.
Thank you.
And I will end of there.
Yeah, so
So there's still a rope on the floor, right? In there?
yeah, there are 2 ropes on the floor and then 1 attached to the bars dangling down into the arena.
Okay. So could I put my mage hand in there next to the rope?
Yeah, you can cast Mage Hand. It's got a range of 30 feet to a place that you can see.
So yeah, the rope on the floor. Then I'll try and float it up to the other rope.
Right, go ahead and cast a spell. Where are you putting it? Where are you casting it?
Where the other one's on the floor. So I guess it's around here, isn't it? That's where the other one is.
There's one here and one here, like this square. Where the
Okay.
gladiator
Oh, I
is.
see.
And this one.
Yeah, I'll do that
For
one
me.
then.
Okay. Alright, cast Mage Hand. And lasts for 1 minute until you dismiss it. Vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away. You can use your action to control the hand. And it's an action to cast it.
Yep. Can I use my free action to pick up the rope?
You can use your action to control the hand.
Okay, cool. So I'm done then, I guess.
Orvex he kind of ducks a little bit. My, what is happening? And he actually just gets quite scared and he just like, ah! He like starts running away. Torrin.
Yeah, so Yazo is in my way. I want to go back because I'm
Yeah, you
not
can
getting
get
through
through
here.
me.
I can go through you, right? Okay, I'll dash as far back as I can to get back to the other room.
Go for it. You'll run through the hallway, parting some of these cobwebs that are draping the walls, and you'll arrive at the landing at the top of the stairs.
Okay. I think, yeah, that's it. Wait, and maybe I could do spiritual weapon or something.
You wouldn't have line of sight on these gladiators from that distance.
No,
So it's a 20-foot deep.
I can't even do that. I've played D&D too much. It's out of character. Anyway, end of turn.
Nim.
I am going to cast Healing Word on Orion from up here
You're also my favorite.
at 3rd level. And you also get 10 total healing. And that'll be my turn.
This gladiator is going to try and kick Garrick. And it misses. It tries again. And it hits. Make a strength saving throw, Garrick.
Strength saving throw.
The gladiator attempts to push kick you to the ground. You take 7 bludgeoning damage, but you don't budge. As it
You're my
does
favourite.
that attack, it actually rushes in for a spear attack. And it hits your Shield of Faith, bounces off. The Shield of Faith is starting to waver as well. It's almost been a full 10 minutes. Orion.
I'll rage as a bonus action. And then I will bite this one here. Not recklessly.
That hits. You bite onto it and you just sink your teeth into clay. Take off a chip.
Second one.
Yes. It jams the wooden shield in your face. This gladiator is going to try and kick Garrick. Push kick. Miss. And then it thrusts its spear at him. Miss. And then it does it again. Hooah! Miss. Millhouse.
Alright. They all look pretty green, but that one looks slightly less so. So I'm gonna try to chuck a firebolt at it.
You do a firebolt down, and it has half cover against your attack, and you hit the bar. You actually hit one of the metal bars.
Alright, and Sonic will jump down.
Alright, jumps down, it falls 20 feet, lands prone, and takes 10 bludgeoning damage.
Then he'll try to attack from his prone position.
Okay.
Same one.
And it's a miss. Gladiator is quite quick and just steps to the side. 13 misses it. Garrett.
Well, I will draw my sword and attack the one that tried to kick me. And hit me. And failed.
This guy.
Yeah, so... Green flame blade attack. With a smite pushed into it. So 35 damage if it's not resistant to radiant flame or slashing damage.
Alright, this golden blade with dancing green flames around it just smashes into the clay gladiator. It chips off massive chunks of it that just break into pieces, firing the clay and causing it to melt. And it does quite a bit of damage to it.
Question. Do I feel the Shield of Fate will lose the power in the next round? Or
No,
do I think
you feel like it's going to hold out for the rest of this fight.
Okay.
Who's the fire leaping onto?
The next one, this one.
Okay, that green fire leaps from one clay gladiator to the other and starts to burn it down a little bit.
I got the 35 damage and he's still green.
Yeah, it's not really that damaged. It doesn't have any major cracks in it.
Fine.
And anything else for your turn, Garrett?
I know
No,
exactly what this
that's
bit
it.
needs.
Sorry, my mistake was writing something.
Okay, this gladiator is going to try and grab Orion by the shoulder and just bear its arm muscles down on him and try and shove him to the ground prone. Just keep you down there. Make an athletics check, Orion, for a shove.
Advantage because raging.
Yeah. And it just, if you feel like he's gonna break your shoulder, and it just force you down to the ground until you're just prone.
Uh-oh.
Then this other gladiator works with it and thrusts forth with its spear at you, Orion. And Sonic's going to try and jump on the clay gladiator and drag its arm away. And that's a miss. It turns around and it tries to spear Metal Sonic. And it misses. It then spins back around, twisting its entire torso and heels, and thrusts forth at Orion. And hits for 6 piercing damage. More
Okay, I will first use my bonus action to heal Orion again. Second level. For 7 healing. And for my main action, I will cast Vicious Mercury on this one. And what is it? Oh my god, you suck so bad at fighting.
You see some of the clay from its face crack and break away, falling to the ground, and the psychic energy seems to disturb this construct.
And he has disadvantage on his next.
Yeah. Yazo.
Yeah, so I can use my bonus action to use my mage hand.
Oh yeah, with your legerdman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have tied the rope to the other rope. Can I do that now?
You can. Well, it's too late. This whole round's gone by. You can take your
All
turn
right.
now.
Well, all right, I'll do
yeah,
the bonus action.
It's up to you to know your own abilities.
True. Okay, I'll tie it to the other one now.
Alright. Where are you tying it?
To the rope that's dangling down, so it's like a rope all the way down.
The rope is already dangling from the bars to the floor.
You said it was 20 foot up there, didn't you?
Yes. So the bars are 20 feet up. So the rope's attached to those bars, and then it drops all the way to the ground. So there is a rope leading from the pit.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was a 20 foot. I misheard you. I thought it was a 20 foot gap. Okay, well in that case, I'll just tie it around one of the gladiator's legs.
You can't. You can't tie it around a creature. That would be an attack. You can't use it to attack.
I guess I'll just short bow this one then.
Okay, it has 3/4 copper.
I might just dash around and jump down actually. Then I'll bonus action dash.
Okay, you'll get to the stairs just below Torrin for 50 feet of movement.
Then I'll use my movement.
Okay.
My action. I'll just drop down.
Okay, you run and jump, and you fall 20 feet. You take 7 bludgeoning damage and land prone.
Hey, Ryan.
Alright, Orvex just says, I don't know what to do. The warriors that guard the shrines, they should not be tampered with. And Orvex just panics, like you've set off some sort of bad omen, and he just runs out of the shrine. Looks like he really crumples in the face of battle. Torian.
So I calculated there's exactly one more place to go down there. So I would like to use my movement to get there and maybe first get my sacred weapon up. So that will complete my turn if I do that. And I have a bonus action. I can do a Shield of Fate as well. So I'll cast a Shield of Fate on myself. That's bonus action. Then Can I do that sacred weapon thing also?
Yeah, so what are you doing first? Shield of Fate?
Okay.
Go for it.
Shield of Fate first.
Cast the spell. Sacred Weapon's not a spell, so it doesn't. There's no
Right.
restriction.
So that's why. Yeah, okay. I was wondering about that.
Shield of Faith goes on, and a little golden shield starts to hover around you.
Cool. Then I'll do the Sacred Weapon as my action.
Alright, your blade bursts into light.
And then I want to also move and just fall down
Okay.
into the last spot.
You run up and you just pencil drop straight through the bars into the pit. You fall 20 feet. You take 8 bludgeoning damage, and that causes you to fall prone.
Right.
Alright. Action, bonus action, movement. I'll end your turn.
Right, I think that's it. And maybe I should have just fallen first and then do the other actions, right? Because now I had to make concentration check. Well,
Yeah.
I'll know that for next time. Anyway, end of turn.
You made the save, so all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Come on, my little friend. Take them all out.
Yeah, let me just do a tidal wave. No, I'm kidding. You can't do that.
Should I throw a fireball
No, please
here?
don't.
That I don't want to do. See, that's the problem. Is some of my spells are radius, and I want to do that.
Do it.
See, you say that. That's dangerous.
Bill House always nukes me.
5 feet at that point. We'll do call lightning.
Okay.
Because why not?
Where are you putting the lightning? You need to choose a target before you actually roll the damage.
It was going to be this gladiator right here. That was my goal the whole time.
All right, a cloud, a dark cloud, just hovers up 15 feet above you, covering the ceiling. Fills this entire chamber with ease, and you call a lightning bolt down onto that space. So Garrick and Sonic need to make dex saves. It also hits the floor of 4 gladiators. It's everything within 5 feet.
Yep.
Garrick, you're hit for 20 points of lightning damage. And Metal Sonic. Dexterity save.
I can't believe you fit Metal Sonic like this.
Sonic, he can miss.
Metal
Oh,
Sonic is hit for 20 points of lightning damage. And the clay gladiators don't make any effort to avoid it, except for this one that does hold up its shield and doesn't take the full brunt. The other ones, they're all hit for 20 lightning damage, and bits of clay explode off of the gladiators, scattering the floor of the arena. And this one's looking damaged now. The others don't really show any major signs of damage.
Alrighty. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to go, oops, sorry, and I'm going to do a healing word on Garrick.
If you cast a spell as a bonus action, the only other spell you can cast is a cantrip.
And I don't have any good ones. And that'll be my turn then. I gotta scroll up. EOT. Yeah.
The gladiator is going to attack Metal Sonic. And it puts the spear through Metal Sonic, and Metal Sonic breaks down.
You did listen him.
It then turns and tries to push kick Garrick. And it hits you. Make a strength saving throw. It kicks you in the leg. Incredible pain forces you to the ground prone as you take 6 bludgeoning damage. It then advances and thrusts down with the spear. And it misses you. Orion, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
I will do so. and I'll take 2 bites on this guy.
That hits. You just bite onto a piece of clay and just rip it off. More of it crumbles to the ground. And that's another hit. It's still not really that badly damaged when you look at this mighty gladiator. You start
Well,
to
in that case,
form some cracks on it.
I'll shift as a bonus action, seeing it not very damaged.
Alright, you grow quite bestial. This gladiator is going to try and spear Garrick. And it hits for 10 points of piercing damage. As all this is going on, you see the gladiator strike its spear into a gap in Garrick's armor, and he hits the ground, dying. The Shield of Faith also vanishes. It then marches forward, squeezing into this space. Actually, no, it's not even going to squeeze. It looks at the wall to the north, and then it places its left foot on the wall. It places its right foot on the wall, and it is now horizontal, walking along the wall. And thrusts down its spear at Yazo.
So he's walking on the walls?
Yeah.
How high?
It's in the space above Yazo. So 15
Like
feet below
above-
you. And 5 feet above everyone else down there. And then, yeah, it's like it has sticky feet, like a spider. And it hits Yazo for 14 piercing damage.
Hang on a second. I think I'll uncanny dodge that one.
Okay. You roll to the side, avoiding a potential damaging spear attack, and take 7 points of piercing damage as the blade just glances you. And then it attacks again. And it misses. And it ends its turn there. Millhouse.
Firebolted. That one.
It's a miss. It just holds its shield up over its head. The firebolt hits it, and then it looks to the other gladiators and says, "Ha! Fight in the shade."
Alright. And going for a long walk to the rope.
The rope, the one that's attached to the bars, is here.
Isn't the gladiator taking up that spot?
These bars are 20 feet above the gladiator. Or 15. So yeah, if you're looking for the rope to climb down, it's this one.
Alright, I'll climb down it.
Alright, make an athletics check to climb down the rope. You can squeeze
I
through
can
the
do
bars
this.
with ease.
I got this.
You fall.
I got this.
You're going to fall 20 feet, Millhouse, and the clay gladiator is going to break your fall. The gladiator takes 3 bludgeoning damage, and you take 4, and it's knocked prone, and you're knocked prone.
Ouch.
Good job.
Above
That was the
Garrick.
plan, right?
And you can't end your turn in another creature's space, so you're going to need to move.
I don't have enough movement to move. I can crawl 5 feet, I guess. Millhouse crawls 5 feet
Crawling.
this direction.
Yeah, how much move do you have left?
5.
How much did you move? Wait, didn't you start in this square? Or did I miss something?
Yeah, I only have 25 movement though,
You fell.
and it doesn't falling.
No, falling doesn't take
Oh,
your movement. Otherwise, if you when you fall 500 feet. You don't have. Yeah, it doesn't come off your movement. It's only movement that comes off your movement.
So can you still get up then?
Yeah, you
I'll
can.
stand
You
up
can
then.
crawl for 10 feet over there, and then you can stand up for 10 feet.
I'll do that.
All right, Garrick, make a death saving throw. Garrick is losing a lot of blood. He was speared like right in the neck. Big pool of blood is forming around him. He needs urgent attention. This gladiator is going to attack Torrin with a spear.
Oh dear.
And it hits.
That's exactly my AC.
23.
No. Oh, it has advantage. No, 20.
You're prone.
Which one was it?
Hit you for 11
Oh.
piercing. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
I hit you for 11 piercing, Torrin. And then it's going to attack again. Drives the spear into you for another 8 piercing damage. And it attacks you again. And you quickly spin around and block the incoming attack, glancing off the blade of the spear with your longsword. This gladiator is going to attack Yazo. And advantage and disadvantage on this attack.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Miss. It then attacks Yazo again. And it's a crit. It hits him for 19 points of piercing
Holy
damage.
shit.
Okay.
It drives the spear into Yazo's side. And it goes for a third attack on Yazo. And it misses. Despite their clay appearance, they fight as if they are infused with the essence of gladiators. Fierce brutes. Morgoth.
It's time for some music. I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. And the first one to be healed by a bonus action will be Garrick. So he'll be healed for 2.
You or I? Who? Okay. Yeah.
Alright, these little green motes of light dance over Garrick, and that mortal injury on his neck heals up. He's back conscious again.
And I will end my turn.
Yazo, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
I will. So which one's looking the most hurt?
When you look at the gladiators, the only one that's really showing major signs of damage is this one, who's next to you.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll go for that one then.
That hits.
Rubbish, but I'll splash the one below it.
Okay. Alright, you slam the rapier covered in flame into the gladiator. Hitting it for 16 points of damage. Massive cracks appear all the way up the side of its form. It's looking quite damaged now. And then green fire leaps onto the other one and starts to form some cracks in this one now too.
Bonus action disengage.
Okay. You can't move there.
No, is that out of the way?
Oh, you could move like that, I guess. But there's a portcullis there.
Yeah, so I can't go.
Yeah, the port. Yeah, there is a space there. You can go there. You can go through Orion space and then to the side like that. All right, Torrin.
Right. I will attack this guy.
It's going to use its reaction to parry you. It crosses its spear and shield and blocks your attack.
Well, that's not good.
It has to put in a bit of extra effort to block that attack as well. You almost hit it.
Well, almost not good enough, is it? I think I only have one attack, right?
Paladin should have 2.
All right.
If you're
So,
5th level.
Yeah,
I'll
that-
take it
that's at
again.
Level 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, as it's
Come on.
busy crossing those attacks, you just find an opening and just slash with all your might and take a heap of clay off of it. Chips of clay break apart on its chest.
Okay, that ends my turn.
Nim.
All right, and I can't tell, is Garrick out like unconscious underneath, or
conscious
is he
again
still
now.
good? Okay. There's just so much stuff happening. I'm gonna throw him a healing word from up here at 2nd level. Go, Garrick. Got 7 points of healing. Not a lot, but it's some.
Thank you, my good friend.
And then I'm gonna move 10 feet over here, and I will end my turn.
Do you take an action?
I'll just be defensive.
Okay.
You have Call Lightning active, right?
Dodge action.
Or you can move your lightning over here, can't you?
Yeah, you can use the Call Lightning as an action. You can repeat the lightning strike as an action every round.
Yeah, we'll do it down there. We'll hit
Okay.
those 3.
Go for it.
Why is it not working? I'm literally clicking it. What the heck? Come on,
What's the
just cast it.
damage? Is it what, 3d8?
3d10.
3d10?
Yes.
You can just roll 3d10.
19.
Alright, the gladiators. They, 2 of them hold up their shields, this guy and this guy, and they take 9 points of lightning damage. That's enough to put quite a lot of cracks through that center one, and it's looking quite damaged now. This one takes the full brunt for 19, and it too has got all these massive cracks riddling its side, and it's looking damaged.
Oh, finally. I'll put this down as a reminder.
Alright, this clay gladiator is going to try and attack Garrick.
Ouch.
And it hits for 6 piercing damage. And it comes in again, leaping, jumping down with its spear, and it hits for another 10 piercing damage.
It's not too bad, 3 ones.
It spins around, doing a sidewards push kick at Millhouse. And it misses, gets tripped up on that rope. Orion.
Is this gladiator up on the wall still within my reach?
Yeah.
I will recklessly bite at him.
And it's a crit. You chomp onto it for 8 damage, and more massive cracks are crumbling this thing apart.
Same thing.
It's a miss. It jams its wooden shield into your mouth.
Grr.
The gladiator is going to right itself, and it's just going to stay on the wall. And it's going to try and kick you, Orion. Push kick you to the ground. It misses you. And it'll move over here, provoking from Millhouse. It's a miss. It holds up its shield and your axe bounces off its shield. It's then going to attack Orion again with a spear. And whoosh, it catches you for 7 piercing damage. And third attack on Orion. Miss. And Millhouse.
I guess I'll get Garrick back up. Alright. I didn't want to... Oh, there it is.
Oh, thank you.
You lean down and place your hand on Garrick and heal him. Garrick, you can use up your movement to stand up.
Yeah, I stand up. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate for you, because this is dangerous. And I will twin it and touch Orion.
Thanks.
That's my last sorcery point for today.
You both get +2 bonus to your AC.
And then I will Flaming Sword attack the one in the middle. Green Flame Blade.
It spins around. Using a burst of vigor, it parries you using its reaction. Blocks the incoming attack.
Okay, that's me.
This gladiator is going to kick Torrin. Push kick. Miss. And it's going to try again. It misses. It then feints you and spears at Orion. And it misses Orion too. Shield of Faith interposes itself and the spear reflects off of it. This gladiator is going to try and kick Orion. And it just says, "This is Cholt!" And it does a mighty Spartan push kick, hitting you for 6 bludgeoning damage, Orion, and you need to make a strength saving throw. You're not knocked prone. It then comes in and tries to spear you, Orion. And
Don't he have advantage on strength save when he
yeah,
hits?
that's why he didn't get knocked prone.
You also have a +3
okay.
because of my what is it called again? Horror of Protection.
Yeah,
He made it.
Thanks.
yeah, you definitely made that save. And
Cool.
hit for another 6 piercing damage, Orion. And then it's gonna spear attack again. And it hits you for another 5 piercing damage. More guys.
Okay, first for my bonus action, I will heal Garrick.
Thanks.
For healing.
Still, it's something.
Yeah, and I will, as my action, I will, it's called Vicious Mercury, this one. Hey, you suck. You are not a spider.
It gets upset and it hides its spider mandibles from you, and you realize that they're just fake. They're made out of clay. Throws them on the ground, crushes them.
That's interesting. I didn't think they could be affected by that.
Yeah, so
Be right back for a second.
psychic damage. When the psychic damage attack affects it, it basically just more stone breaks off of it, crumbles away from its head.
Okay, I guess I stop the one I can get to.
Okay, it's got half cover due to the wall, and you hit the wall. Yes.
Okay.
Torrin.
So I will attack the one in front of me again, or at least try to.
This is the one that doesn't really look damaged. Well, I think you're about to
Oh
change
boy.
that. I spoke
I
too soon.
will-
It looks damaged.
Okay. I will also smite this one.
Good call.
So I double the dice for that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
All dice gets rolled are doubled. Roll twice the dice.
That's fine.
Just first level
I
smite.
rolled 48 instead of 2. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, this gladiator goes from not really looking damaged to chipped, worn, broken, and beaten. Your weapon just explodes with massive, luminous golden light. You sweep it through the gladiator, and bits of clay are just thrown all over the arena. Massive cracks start to rip the gladiator apart.
Cool. So I'll take it again.
Hit.
Nice.
It tries to hold up its shield arm, and you just bring the longsword back down on its arm and break through it.
I will use... no, I won't use... No. It has to be enough. I'm hoping it's enough. Is it enough?
It doesn't destroy it.
Yeah.
It's far tougher than that. But, yeah. Another big chunk breaks away from the gladiator's arm.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, end the turn. Yeah.
Let's do more lightning again in the same spot. Ooh.
Camber.
Alright, call another bolt of lightning down. This gladiator is hit for 22 lightning damage. The other two bring up their shields, and they don't take the full brunt, but more chips are taken off. They're all looking fairly badly damaged now.
That'll be my turn for that one.
The gladiator is going to push kick Gary. It misses.
Gonna fail.
It's gonna keep on spinning around and try and kick Millhouse. Miss. It's going to spear at Millhouse.
Shield.
Hits him for 9 piercing. Your
No,
shield
Millhouse
kicks
shield.
in, and it hits you for 0 damage. It misses you. Your shield blocks the attack. And then it moves back here, provoking from Garrick. You almost hit it, Garrick, but it does use its reaction and just parries off that attack, striking a sword upwards. Green flame disperses in the air. Orion.
I will not attack recklessly, and I'll do the climbing guy up here.
It's going to hit. You it tries to jam its shield in your mouth, and you just like bite onto its hand, break off some clay fingers. And that's another hit. Another 11 damage. It's crumbling apart. It's just looking like a rough hewn block at this stage, not really like a gladiator. This gladiator is going to try and grab Yazo by the arm. Yazo, make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Can I use my reaction to cutting towards him
Sure.
or grapple? Oh no, you don't.
Alright, you use cutting words, Morgoise, and it doesn't seem to affect them in any way. You don't notice any reaction from the gladiator from the cutting words. It grabs Yazo on the arm, and then it's going to move. Provoking from Orion, it squeezes, and Torin squeezes through here and drags Yazo into the center of the arena. Orion, you try to bite, but you miss. And Torin, there's just too much going on. You go to strike the gladiator, but it grabs Yazo and interposes him like a human shield, and keeps him grappled in the middle of the arena like that. Millhouse.
Alright. Oh man. Big mess happening in there. The middle one?
Okay, it's squeezing.
But
Hit. You hack into it. 11 damage. Almost destroys it. And it'll use its reaction. Oh no, it won't. 26 because it's squeezed now. You hit it again. More chips of it break away. It's not enough to put it down though. Garrick.
Well, I will try to hit the one holding Yazo.
And it holds up its shield, blocks the attack. Parry.
Then I will move over here. And end my turn.
This gladiator is going to attack Yazo. Has advantage because he's squeezed. And it hits for 10.
I'll shield it then. Oh no, I can't do that, too high.
You can cast it, but it's not going to block the attack.
Yeah, no way.
You take 10 piercing damage.
I can do the other one though, can't I? I can't dodge.
Okay, you use Uncanny Dodge and you reduce it to 5. And it attacks again. It hits.
I see.
For another 10 piercing. And it goes for a third attack. It hits for 11 piercing damage. And you see Yazo
Okay, I'm
dying on the ground. A lethal spear attack. This gladiator is going to get out of this squeezing position. And it's going to try and spear Orion. It hits for 7 piercing damage. Attacks him again. Lunging forward, it misses with its second attack. It attacks him again, and it misses. And that's it. Morkoi.
okay, with my aura, I will heal Yazu
just gaseous.
for 6. And for my action, I will blast this one.
Okay, it's got half cover.
Just a moment. Suppose. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit.
24 for 1.
It taps the clay gladiator and a tiny little bit of dust and rubble
And
fall
this
off
is-
of it. The second one just hits the beams.
Yeah. And that will end my turn.
Yazo.
So am I prone and grappled?
Yes. It's
Okay,
just,
so-
forcing you to the ground still, keeping you there.
Can I get up?
No, you have 0 movement speed.
Can I get rid of the grapple?
You can use your action to make an athletics or an acrobatics check. Try and break the grapple. And you slip out of its grip.
Okay, so I still got bonus action, yeah?
Yeah.
Not much I can do really. I'm okay here. This is fine.
You want to stand up?
Yeah, I'll stand up. Yeah.
Okay. Torrent.
Right.
Do I still have my movement then?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought I didn't have it. Okay, so I'll disengage then, and then with my bonus action, then go here.
Okay. Torrent.
Right. So, which one looks... Well, there's actually only one that's in front of me, right? So, I'll attack this guy again.
Yeah. You chop the gladiator down. 12 points of damage. Almost destroys it.
Then I'll attack it again.
Hit. And you hit it straight on its neck. Another massive crack ripples down its chest, breaking its appendages off. However, what's left of it still clutches in one hand a bronze spear and a wooden shield in the other. It's not quite defeated.
Okay. That, I think, ends my turn.
Nim.
Ugh. Let's see. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I'll do my bonus action healing word again, but I'm going to do it on you, Orion. At first level. And then I'll use my action to blast my lightning again in the same corner. Hit those last 3 gladiators again, hopefully.
Alright, another explosion of lightning slams down. The gladiators attempt to interpose their shield. And this one, even though it uses its wooden shield, it doesn't protect it. The shield gets sundered. A bolt of lightning cracks through it and it breaks into pieces. The pieces then vanish as if they're teleported away. And only the bronze spear remains on the ground. This one, destroyed. Turns into rubble. The rubble teleports away and the bronze spear remains. This one, it gets a chip taken off its shoulder.
I'm fine with it.
It's got a chip on its shoulder.
That's why he's so angry. I'll move 1 more square. And that'll be my turn.
The gladiator moves its clay head. Although it seems to be, a statue, it has full movement and sentience. It pans the arena and it steps forward. It tries to push kick Garrick. It misses. It spins around, tries to spear Torrent. It hits Torrent for 12 piercing damage. And then it reels back and it's gonna maybe wait to see what happens with Torrent's Shield of Faith. Alright, it sees that shield drop and it takes that as an opening, so it's gonna use its third attack on you.
It's not good.
And you bring up your longsword and parry the blade of the spear away anyway. And that's the end of its turn.
I actually don't, because now my...
Oh, your AC was already adjusted? Then, in that case, you guys see the clay gladiator plunge its spear into Torrent's chest.
Yep.
And
that I go down too.
Drives the spear home until Torrent hits the ground dying. Orion.
Reckless attack on this gladiator.
Miss. And that's a hit. You bite it, trying to chew through its neck, and the head is pretty much toppled off, but there's still just the tiniest little bit of essence holding it together. You hear some bars snapping shut from this direction. And that's it. Like from beyond this portcullis, or this hallway, I should say. Millhouse.
I'll attack that red one.
It is going to spin around and block your 19. Yeah. And then
Go on, Bob.
you just kind of kick it in the leg, bring the bob down and just bring it up, doing a vertical cut straight through the middle of the clay golem gladiator. Breaks into pieces, bronze spear drops to the ground, and those myriad chunks of clay teleport away. Garrick.
Well, I hope this is a good sign and take my long. I forgot what you said. Long swing with the sword and try to
That
hit him.
hits.
And I'm gonna use a smite. Second level. So
Right,
total of 25. Everything.
Blade
Damage.
explodes with this luminous radiant energy mixed in with green fire, and sunder the clay gladiator almost apart. It's very badly damaged.
Taunt him. All your friends are gone. You're nothing. You're gonna lose.
It kind of just puts its head down, looks sad now. More goys.
Okay, I will use my bonus to heal Torin.
You.
For 7 healing. So the rope is dangling here, right?
Yeah.
Is it an action to climb down, or
Climbing
movement
isn't an
only?
action, it just uses your movement speed. It would cost 40 feet of movement to actually climb down all the way to the ground.
I will climb.
Okay.
Can I like let go at the last 5 feet?
Yeah.
Because I only have 30.
You would, if you're climbing down, 15 feet,
Yeah,
that costs you 30 feet of movement speed. And then, yeah, you could let go for the 5 feet. Make an athletics check. You jump down, you grab onto the bars, you grab onto the rope, and you start to descend. And
15.
yeah, you climb down easily. You use 30 feet of movement, and you drop the last 5 feet, and you don't fall prone or anything. You land on your feet.
Okay. And I will bit slap the gladiator with a shocking grasp.
Okay. You jump down from the rope onto the gladiator with electrified
And
hands.
miserably.
And as that's happening, it's toe to toe with Orion and just happens to step out of the way, and you shot to the ground instead.
That's it. I'm gonna get him next time if he doesn't die.
The other.
Okay, so 10, 15, 20. I'll give him a stab.
And
Ah.
it's that rope. There's like so much rope down there. You run over there and you're just all tangled up in it.
Disengage 25.
You can't go diagonally through a wall, so you have to go like that. There's a wall there.
Okay. Okay, I'm done here then.
Torrent, you can use half your movement speed to stand up.
Yeah, I'll do that. Does this one, the last one, look very...
Yeah, it's
Very bloody.
completely crumbled. Couple
Okay,
of
I'll
good
take
hits,
it then.
and you feel like you could take it out.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. You break into it. It's pretty much crumbled to pieces.
Take again.
And despite it being so close to being destroyed, it still has a burst of vigor. It spins around, takes its spear, bronze spear, wooden shield, crisscrosses them, and blocks the attack.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't get a turn before it's dead. And that ends my turn.
Nim.
If you use Call Lightning, you can probably kill everybody in the pit.
I know, right?
You win this entire
True
arena.
story.
I just kill everyone.
Nim is the villain.
Don't go home.
Oh, goodness.
Mortal Kombat.
I don't have much. That's the problem. I'll just do my normal thing that I do. I'm gonna heal Torin with Healing Word. Level 1. Get better.
Thanks, I will.
And I'll end my turn. I don't have anything that can reach the clay without messing up everyone else.
Okay.
Just sitting there with your legs crossed, all healthy.
The gladiator is outmatched, but it's experienced and brave, and it still tries to win. It tries to kick Yazo, and
Why me?
it
I'll
hits.
shield it.
Oh no, you don't.
It's blocked by
Oh,
your
so-
shield.
My shield? Yeah, that's okay.
It's going to kick
Oh, he's down.
and
No,
hits.
no, 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 no. Oh hell no.
You attempt to cut it, Morgoise, but it doesn't affect the gladiator at all. It just doesn't seem to have any effect on
Oh.
Thanks anyway.
it. Doesn't notice your menacing words.
Does
And
it not affect them?
Torin, make a strength saving throw.
Do I also get advantage or +3 on that for myself or just
Yeah,
my
yeah.
folks?
You get your own aura.
So we have to add the 3 after that. So strengths, right?
Yeah. And
I
it
do
kicks
need
you
that.
in the leg. You it almost breaks your leg, but you stand strong. You take the 8 bludgeoning damage, and then it's going to spear at Garrick, and it hits Garrick
Okay.
with 7 piercing. And you can see how formidable these Cholton gladiators are. Orion.
I'll bare my teeth and recklessly attack it.
That hits, and you just basically headbutt it to the ground. It breaks into pieces. The pieces teleport away, and only a bronze spear remains. 4 in total. 4 bronze spears.
Why
fell
would
on the
that
ground.
be?
I have still 6 more for Aura of Vitality.
Good news, guys. We only have 8 more of these.
I pick up the bronze sword and toss them up to Nim.
Yeah, I have 4 Aura of Vitality. I will use them now to heal the rest. So there will be 4 on Garrick. 2 on Garrick. So I heal for 12. And 2 on Torrent.
Cool, thanks.
Heal for 40. And the last 2 on Yazu. For 8.
You're an angel, Morgos.
I know
Hey.
I am.
Then, can you do me a quick favor and just go check that that archaeologist or whoever he was is still alive out there?
Oh, good idea.
Let me.
Immediately when that final gladiator is defeated, that portcullis slams open.
So, do you want to grab a spear that's next to me then?
There are 4
Yeah,
of
let's
these
grab
stone
the
spears on the
spears.
ground. Nim, you head
Is
out,
it-
and Orvex is just cowering behind one of these obelisks.
I will grab my fallen rope that I didn't.
So yeah, you can gather all these ropes up.
Yeah, I'll take it back and go back up.
Is the eastern portcullis open?
It is closed. It is slammed shut when the other one slammed open.
Can I peer through it?
Hey, Orion.
You see a 5 foot wide, 10 foot long hallway that leads off to the left.
Maybe we should take a short rest here.
Yeah. I'll take a
yeah.
spear back with me if there's still one. And
I
I
took
asked-
2.
do we need to put the spears back with these people, or
Yes,
Yeah,
I think we should.
but maybe we should take a rest before we try
Yeah.
something new.
Could be
Okay.
right.
I'm going to use mending at level 1 to bring Sonic back.
Okay.
I'd rather
And-
just finish this. I don't want to like
And
take the
Yazoo, did
spears
you
out or
take
anything.
Yazoo,
No,
did
not
you
out.
head for it?
Shouldn't we take the rest here and then inside the temple and then use the spears in the temple?
I think we've defeated the guardians here. Let's just
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
why I think that's why I think we should take a rest before we try to activate whatever. We don't know what happens when we activate it. Maybe there's the second guardian.
If you want to take a rest, we totally can.
Yeah, these dudes might come alive.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
Just for safety's sake.
Yeah.
Seb, I'm
Great.
looking. Seb, I'm looking through the portcullis and I see a creature. Am I supposed to see that?
Alright, hold up. Firstly, are you guys taking a short rest? Take back that hit dice, Garrett, because I don't know if something's going to come along during that hour. I'm going to have to check.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, firstly, yeah. Are you guys all in agreement? Do you want to take a short rest?
Sure.
You're-
Yeah, and before that, I will use Lemon Tiny Hut as a ritual.
Okay.
Such a
Alright,
good spell.
Where are you putting the hut?
It's inside the thing here. Like
It's
around
it's
here.
not really an appropriate area for it here.
So it must be outside.
Yeah, you need some space.
Okay.
So, like around here. in this-
Yeah, out the
Well, we
front of the
can't-
shrine. Out the front
We
of
got
the
the
shrine.
spears there. We got the spears there, haven't we? So we don't want to leave the temple with the spears.
Why not?
You need to have enough room for the spell, otherwise it just won't work. So like out the smack bang out the front.
How
like that
about
is
here?
good. That's not gonna fit. There's not enough room.
Okay.
It's getting
okay.
bisected by the wall of the shrine. But you could put it like right here, basically, more way.
Yeah.
Smack bang out the front. All right. So Morgoise heads outside and starts doing a ritual for that, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a ritual.
guys, if we leave the room, does it maybe reset everything, or?
The story that we saw was literally the spear being stolen, and then bad stuff happened.
Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't go outside with the spears.
Do you want me to stay inside with the spears while you all take a rest, since I'm fine?
I'm fine to
Sure.
do that as well.
He's out there looking at the thing and also cowering in fear, by the way.
So
Yes.
Morgoise,
Yeah.
you're a warlock, right?
No, I'm a bard.
Oh, you're a bard. Okay. I was thinking you're a warlock. It's just the horns and the purple.
I'm a
The
tiefling.
Joker.
Hey,
That's-
so if you guys want to be in the tiny hut, then like you will need to be in it when Morgoth casts the spell.
Okay. Well, I'll give Nim my spear then, so the spear doesn't leave.
Got it.
I give the 2 I have and then
Same.
go to. Scream if you need help.
Got it.
Orvek says, "What's happening? What are you
We're
doing?"
taking a short rest before we lift the mystery of this temple.
Oh, is this some sort of protective spell you are casting, Morgoth?
Yes.
So, if you want to come and be protected, come inside.
Oh yes, I guess I do. I was worried we may perish in one of the Trickster God's tombs.
As long as I am here, everyone will be safe.
You could have told us before we went in one.
Alright, so the 5 of you are going in the hut, and then Millhouse, Nim, and Orion, you guys are going to hang out here?
Yes.
Yeah. And we're making sure all the spears are inside the shrine still.
Yeah.
Leave the room sit.
So, did anyone want to do anything during the hour? Anything particular?
I rest. Yeah, just rest. Look after.
And don't forget to add the head ties for soul rest.
Okay. Alright, you guys are all just basically sitting down, maybe having a snack. It's about lunchtime as well. And, hold up. I haven't checked to see if anything happens yet. I need to see if something comes by. Omu is a living city. There are other inhabitants here. Things are moving around. Alright. 10 minutes goes by and that Shield of Faith vanishes. And the tiny hut goes up. Now you will start your short rest. And during that time, no activity at all. Everyone take a short rest. You're about halfway through your day, you feel like.
Can I doubt there's anything here, but during the short rest, I just want to detect magic as a ritual, just to have a glance around.
You can't do anything more than read a book or drink during a short rest. Casting a ritual is too involved unless you're planning to not rest. Or
I'm not planning to rest.
okay.
Mine are going down in 2s for some reason.
Oh, is it taking your hit dice twice? I think I know why. I think I got 2 different APIs installed because there was an update. Yes, I have 2.
Don't forget the 1d6.
I have 2 hit dice APIs. Let me fix that up for you.
So, well, I'm down to 2 hit dice for some reason.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah, because it takes double.
it'll be taking double, but I just fixed it, so I got rid of one of the API. Alright, so firstly, to answer your question before anything, Orion, as you peer down the hallway, this one, you did in fact see these cells where there is a clay gladiator. It looked like it's completely reformed. Shield in hand, minus the spear. Yeah, there was a row of cells, and you could just see one of them standing there completely inanimate, behind a second portcullis. So,
During the hour, I'll tell everybody about that.
Millhouse, you do a ritual for detect magic, and you do not detect any sources of magic in this shrine. An hour's gone by, you've had something to eat, and it's quite comfortable inside the tiny hut. Those of you that are not probably need to drink a fair bit of water now, but we'll take care of that at the end of the day. And an hour has gone by. There's just a couple of colourful birds flitting around Omu. You can just feel that oppressive heat from the lava rift, and it's still fairly foggy. It's actually still raining a bit. So it's an hour later. What do you guys do?
Well, time to put the spears in the statues, correct?
Yeah, let's do that.
If the hours are over, yeah, we come in again and try the trick with the spears.
Just a heads up, there is more. I did see another golem in there, so I think the traps might be reset. So just be careful.
Okay, maybe we should try to do it at the same time. 4 spears at the same time.
Couldn't hurt.
Can we try and rig the doors?
If they come out down there, we could shoot them from up here. And just try to push them back in if they try to come out.
I mean, they can climb on walls, so they could just walk out.
Yes.
I mean, I'm guessing this one's it's got to be on a spring, hasn't it? Because that one goes down as the other one goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be magic too, doesn't it? Because the clay disappeared.
Millhouse would have seen the magic. I think it's purely mechanical.
Okay. But still, I think somebody should watch the door while we put 4 spears at the same time into the statues.
Let's do it.
I'll look down through the grating while you'll do that. And then we'll keep watch down there.
You do 1 spear.
From up here.
Also, Seb, remind me, Orion triggered, or there were 2 mechanical things that happened when Orion stepped on the plate. There was one over here in front of the portcullis, and then didn't another one happen when he stepped on the floor here, going down a couple inches?
So when he stepped on a pressure plate, whoosh, this one opened, and then when you stepped into the actual arena, the entire floor of the arena sunk, and that one slammed shut, and a new one opened up where the gladiators then spilt forth.
So this one triggers this portcullis to open. And then the big floor one closes this one and opens this portcullis.
Yep. So there's nothing I can do then.
A pressure plate.
I think we're okay. Just don't drop anything as heavy as me into this thing. I think we should be okay.
Or we can drop something heavy in there and bet them all come to the middle and just trap them in there.
Let's try the spears first, and then we can.
I think we should try the spears first. Maybe there's no reaction with that.
I agree.
And even did the clay gladiator have a spear that you saw, the new one?
No spear, just a wooden shield minus the spear.
That's a good sign.
The good sign they don't have any weapons.
And this holds a sword, you said.
The spears. The spears.
This is an empty pedestal. It's a 3-foot high stone square block sitting on a small circular stone riser. It looks conspicuously empty.
And I'm sorry, what was this bas relief of?
It's of a Commodon fighting a Grung. Shigan Bay fighting Nang Nang.
And was it a different picture of the 2 over in this direction?
The bas relief, as you follow it, it tells a story. It tells the story of Shigan Bay.
Gotcha.
Which is the same story that Ulvex had recited earlier.
Okay, let's try this.
Alright, so Garrick has a bronze spear. Morgoise has a bronze spear. Torin has a bronze spear. Who has the 4th spear? Nim?
Yeah,
Nim had
might get back to Nim, so.
Okay. Everybody ready? 1,
Yep.
2, 3, go.
You stand before these statues that are pretty much identical to the clay gladiators that you had just fought. Shield in one hand and a small circular opening in their hands that suggests they should be holding a spear.
I hold the sword.
You slot the bronze spears into the gladiator's hand, and when that happens, the arms of the statues, they all click, and they slide down as if they're leveling their spear towards you. And then they look like they're in a fighting stance. They're brandishing the spear as if they're ready to thrust it. But instead of thrusting it forward, they all move their arms backwards. And at the same time, you hear this grinding sound of stone. As you look to the pedestal, it begins to turn on the spot, and the circular riser, it corkscrews down as a small hatch rises in the center of the square block. Rising up on this square block is a stone cube. Some symbolism on it.
Everybody take a step back. Yazo, can you take your hand and take that stone cube?
Should we get the archaeologist in first? It's got a symbol in it. I can mage hand it up and then go from there.
But everybody should take a step back in case something happens.
Millhouse?
Okay.
Millhouse takes cube.
Okay, you reach out
Problem solved.
and you grab the cube. It's made of stone. It's 3 inches on a side, and it weighs about half a pound. Your detect magic also gives off a very strong aura of abjuration magic.
Haven't you seen Hellraiser?
The stone cube, it bears the carved image of a Commodon. Yeah, this is Shigambi's puzzle cube.
Can I tell, on a scale of 1 to 10, the difficulty of solving this puzzle cube?
Make an investigation check.
Puzzle cubes are the key. Isn't that something we read on the in the first?
All right, you take a look at the puzzle cube, Millhouse, and you feel like it's not actually a puzzle in itself. It's not like a Rubik's cube. It actually seems to be a part of a different puzzle, a key of some description.
Alright, I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Shouldn't we let the archaeologist look at it?
All right, you
Maybe he can.
you put it
can
in the
tell
bag
us
of
something.
holding, and the second you do that, it teleports back onto the pedestal that you just took it from.
Okay, so I try to put it in a normal bag.
Okay, you go up and grab it and you put it in your backpack.
Yes, it will move back on the pedestal if we leave the room, but we can try.
I try to go outside.
You go outside, you check, and the puzzle cube's still there.
Awesome.
Okay, so we have to use normal bags. And there are 9 of them, probably.
9 shrines. Would suggest that there are
9
9
cubes.
puzzle cubes because there are 9 trickster gods.
Damn,
What's the
that's
9?
gonna be heavy.
Do we know the 9 trickster gods?
We haven't learnt of them all. Orvex,
No.
I feel like Orvex knows, but he's
Yeah, but
quite secretive.
we know that there are 9 shrines, don't we?
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
of the 9 gods, 9 shrines, and Orvex, he seems amazed. That cube! I've never seen anything like it. What could this mean? I must know more.
So I don't know how it happened, but I got Sonic stuck.
Okay. Everyone that didn't stay in the hut as well, you'll actually realize that now you're actually blocked. You have to go around the entrance because you can't go through that tiny hut. Alright, you guys...
But doesn't it, once I leave, it disappears?
Oh yes, that's right. It's actually gone anyway.
So it's already gone.
More voice left. Okay, you guys leave the shrine.
Are the tiger cubs okay?
Yep.
You check in your bag.
My babies.
They're all squashed up there. They're still fine. You just open the bag and they're like meow meow meow. And you close your backpack again.
Actually, sorry for your brother.
Hanging out of the backpack a little bit. So you've left the shrine, and to put a big X through that one. It's being dealt with.
Well, that's easy.
Oh, I wouldn't call it easy.
I think we just continue up the main road for a little bit.
Before we go anywhere, I actually have something cool. I have a spell scroll of Commune with Nature that I've been holding on for forever. And I can't use it because I'm not like a magic dude. But part of, like, I'm looking at this spell, and it's, my understanding, sorry to say this in character, is that you can determine buildings, like where buildings are with it. So I was wondering, yeah, Nim, I was wondering if you could cast it and try to get the location of some shrines that we don't know.
I can try.
I have no idea if this will work, but there's a bunch of cool stuff you can try to determine with the scroll.
How many answers do you get?
3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects that they relate to the area, and buildings is one of them. I don't know if that means specific buildings or just like if there are buildings in the area, but it's worth a try, right?
Yeah, it would a try. We could ask for the shrines we don't know about.
And buildings has its own dot, so it's got to be a lot.
I think it just means buildings in general.
I thought that too, but I mean, we might as well try. Maybe there's like a religious aspect. I don't know.
Well, if we're looking for powerful things, can we just look for powerful undeads?
Or just buildings.
Or buildings with religious power.
Or buildings like the one we've just been into.
If we
I don't think we can specify specific buildings.
Powerful
It's
undead might be
commune
good.
with nature. Nature should know.
Well, nature would know that
It
there
knows
are
that
buildings.
building. It wouldn't
Well,
know.
It couldn't differentiate.
Are you looking for that building?
Yeah, well,
we
it
can
can
determine the
differentiate between minerals, between different minerals.
Milhouse, you know nothing about Druidism.
So I'll pass the scroll over to Nim and say, if you want to use it now, I mean, it'd be good to get a better idea of the area.
Just what specifically do we want to know? So I'm not too like.
I reckon if we could find out where powerful undead or fiends are, because we're looking for the soulmonger,
That's
Well,
true.
yeah, we have 3 questions.
and I think that's our best bet than asking, "Hey, can you specify this one building out of the hundreds here?"
That's fair.
Yeah, but we could use 1 question for the undead and 2 questions for buildings.
Yeah, here's what I think you should do, Nim. Your first question should be, hey, are there powerful undead around? Second is, ask about a shrine. Like, that we don't know of, hopefully. And then if, like, you get a good answer to that, maybe you can ask about something else.
Reading
Or
a life.
second shrine, or try to ask the question that we get all the shrines, but I don't know.
I'm just saying, under the example section, it's for the location of any nearby town for the buildings. I just really don't think it's going to be a good use of a question.
I kind of agree with Milhouse, which may be a sign of the apocalypse.
He has some intelligence, so I give him that.
How about
Well,
ask for
let's
powerful
try anyway.
undead, try for a shrine, and then do from other planes of existence, because that could be, you know, that could be indicative of something important.
But we're looking for directions. I imagine influence from other planes would just be, yeah, there's influence, wouldn't it?
It would be the location, possibly though.
Well, I raise my hand. If we discuss influence from other planes, it's probably gonna mark me.
Wait, guys.
Yep.
Nobody's read the beginning of it. The spell doesn't function when nature has been replaced by construction, such as in dungeons and towns.
Nim
Well, this
feels
is no
like Nim feels like there's nature has basically taken over Omu. All the buildings are crumbled. Moss now covers their walls, vines split through the cracks of the buildings, and tufts of weeds burst through flagstone tiles. Nature has started to take back Omu, and you feel like you would have a very strong connection to nature here, Nim. If you're able to cast the spell.
Yeah.
It is a 5th level spell.
And I don't have that high of a spell slot yet. I only got 3rd level spell slots.
It's gonna be a wisdom check if you can manage or not.
Yeah.
Which my wisdom is decent.
Depending on you, Nim.
And it doesn't help us in any other way. It doesn't help in a fight. So it's gonna save us a lot of time, probably.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah.
Alright,
Let's see
you
what we
take
get.
the scroll, Nim. It takes you 1 minute to cast a spell from the scroll. You,
Can Morgoth help him, like, give some juice to it? Like a bardic inspiration?
Do you still have DM inspiration?
I do.
you have to ask more questions. More questions? Hello? Did he go AFK?
He did, but he's back.
Did he go AFK again? Maybe.
Here.
No. Orion was asking if you could inspire Nim to help him successfully cast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can.
Alright, more voice.
So,
Give you some words, some inspiring words. Oh, you won't get to roll just yet, but you get the inspiration.
Oh.
He hasn't rolled yet, so
No.
you disregard that for now. Alright, so Nim, you take this scroll and it's actually got these like green like veins of moss over the scroll, and the words are actually written in Druidic. You start to cast it. It takes a minute, and as you're casting it, the words on the parchment are disappearing, vanishing one by one, line by line. Make a wisdom check.
Ooh boy, come on.
And you don't need to use inspiration. And all of a sudden, you block out the sound of all of the people's voices, the sound of the birds, the sound of the river, and the sound of the leaves. They are amplified in your mind, and the rain seems to also put you in this bubble where you become one with nature, and you can commune with nature. So you get to learn 3 facts of your choice about the following subjects: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, and people, celestials, fey things, elementals, undead, influence from other planes of existence, and building.
We're gonna first do the powerful undead and see if there's any of that in the region close to us.
You listen to the plants and the leaves, and they tell you a story of anguish. They tell you how the earth was opened up. This rift is now a wound in the surface of this world, and this wound was created by a very powerful lich that spread lava through the city, killing most of its inhabitants. That's the first one. So yeah, there was a lich here that caused this lava rift to appear and flooded the city with lava.
Great.
Possibly the reason why there was the downfall in Omu.
Hmm. And then my second one is going to be the buildings one. Supposedly we're going to try to get as best as we can to a more solidified building that would try to constitute as a shrine, doing my best to try to commune with nature on that part. Understand if there might be a blockage on that, but trying to push most closely to shrine kind of feel of a building,
All
if
right.
possible.
Do you wish to gain knowledge of a fact
Yes.
of buildings? And you commune with nature once again, and they tell you that there are 9 shrines. There is a great circular palace, a kingdom, an amphitheater, and the shrines are all around you. They're dotted around the city fairly evenly. You don't learn any particular direction,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that there are 9 shrines. There's also a palace and an amphitheater, and that many buildings are flooded with water. You've got one more fact.
Could ask the location for the paladin who has the soulmonger.
One more fact.
Is there currently an external influence from another plane of existence within this distance?
You learn that the Great Rift, it was born upon by the elemental plane of fire, and in the lava rift, it's quite thin. The gate between the two worlds grows thin, where the elemental plane of fire starts to spill forth into the material plane. And then you lose your connection to nature. Spell ends.
Joyous.
Work?
Oh boy. I do not like this place.
But did
Well,
it work?
At least you learned something.
In a way, it worked.
Do you tell us what you felt, or?
Most of which we already know. We know there's 9 shrines and they're around us.
Yeah,
Or
but
nothing
if they're
specific.
around us, there should be another one in this direction somewhere.
And then
Yeah,
Maybe
he said
next to the
something.
water we heard from the
Yeah, yeah, and he said something about water building, and we heard water in this direction.
Yeah.
I agree with the plan. Just walking the big path. You see what we
Yeah.
find.
Yeah, but if we walk the path, we have to go back. Well, it doesn't take long, but anyway.
It would
I
take
just
you
thought we
10
could-
minutes to get there.
Yeah, I just thought we could check it and then go along the path afterwards.
Yeah.
We also know where 2 other shrines are. I say we
Yeah, and
just do another one today.
yeah, but if it just take us 10 minutes to go here, we could just check if there's a shrine in this area, and then if there isn't, we take one of the ones we know.
I think it'll take longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah. We'd just be randomly going in that direction to find a shrine. Which I guess we have to do at some point, but
Yeah, but I just think it's so much.
Yeah, it's better.
Go this
to
way, go
finish-
that way. Just finish this corner of the city.
Yeah, we finish this side, then we can go like here or go north.
as long as we do another shrine today, I'm fine.
Yeah, since they said it's all around us, and there's one shrine here, there should be one in this direction.
Or it could be up here, or all the way up here.
Yeah, but if it's up here and around this way, it's not all around us. There has to be one in this direction to be all around us.
I don't know about.
Yeah, most likely it will be around here, this area. As you can see, here we have 3 shrines next to each other.
This isn't a shrine. This is
So
a bag of nails' hideout.
Oh, bag of nails. I mean,
The S is a shrine.
You see, here is a shrine, and here is a shrine. So probably there are more shrines on this side of the river.
Yeah. I
And
just
there
think
are
we should.
9 of them.
Would you fancy Mill House?
Alright, let's
I want to go for
take
this
a
one
vote.
first. I reckon we can make it.
Let's take a vote. Left or right?
I vote for left.
Left wins.
The lefts have it.
Alrighty. You guys put it down to a group vote, and the majority say go and check out that source of running water. So you head on over there. It takes you about 15 minutes in total to fully get around that wing of Omu.
Ooh,
You
that
can
looks
see
shrine-like.
a sheer cliff face, you know, 100 feet tall, and you can vaguely see these demonic gargoyles staring down at you. And nestled around the corner here is a shrine, enclosed by a stone wall with spurting fountains out the front. As you guys arrive at that shrine, you feel like you're about halfway through your adventuring day. It's about midday-ish, or a bit later than that. And
That feels shriney.
alright, we'll take a 10-minute break now. When we get back,
Okay.
we'll arrive at the shrine.
No problem.
I'll see you guys soon.
The shrine kicking the dwarf away.
So, spellcasters, how we doing? You guys dropped a bunch of spells in that last shrine.
Uh,
I think we
have-
can survive one shrine if it was like the previous one, but not as good.
I have
not a
3
full
spell slots
caster.
left.
I'm not a full caster, but I have half my spells. Like,
I got 1 left.
Solid.
I've got 2 level 1
got,
and 1 level 3.
I got 2 level 1 and 1 level 2.
We have to be a bit more careful. Hold on a little more distance, maybe.
It was that crit hit that got me. Took back bloody half my health.
Yeah.
So,
you
just
have some lay on hands left.
I have some lay on hands and some healing hands left.
I still have some healing, but I also have 2 wild shapes, so...
solid.
Yeah, Nim's like just the relaxing.
Yeah, except for the healing portion.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
if you take me down first with the lightning.
Yeah.
Listen, Nim, feel free to cast on top of me anytime. If you keep doing the damage you've been doing, I'm more than happy to take that.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
it as well.
Sure.
Can I cast a fireball on everyone?
That's the one thing I'm glad I can't do
time
is
we should just-
fireball.
We should just wait until next
Again?
week, then drop in.
Who can't use fireball?
It's normally me, Orion, and Garrick that are at the front, so I'm happy to hit if you hit me. So
Yeah, but area effect is very dangerous for me.
Yeah.
Alright,
Minus-
Orion, you're up there a minute.
-1 on
I have
dex.
this fireball.
I get fireball on the next level.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because I have 2 level paladin, so I'm a little behind the other spellcaster.
It works for me.
And from this I got fireball and aura of vitality.
That
Oh,
came in clutch.
fatality is genius.
Yeah, but it's a paladin spell.
Yeah, shame.
I love that the way that bards work is that they can get paladin spells before paladins have access to them.
Oh, I love bards.
Fair enough.
Bards are the coolest thing there is, and kind of overpowered.
They
They
are.
used to be the weakest class ever.
Yeah,
And
I know,
Critical
I know.
Role happened, and Scanlan became what he is, and then bards were like, "Oh, bards are cool now."
Yeah, but also 5e bots have been cool from day one, if
Fair
you
enough.
knew the rules.
The most
Yeah.
underpowered class, I think, is the Beastmaster Ranger.
Yeah, it is because you can't summon it so often.
Yeah,
I just remember bards.
it needs some
3-5.
tweaking.
It should be like almost like a short rest resummon or something on that.
It should be somehow like the Battlesmith Artificer with their bit.
We're almost to level 7, and then I can do polymorph and ice.
Yeah,
storm
me too.
stuff.
I'm gonna
Polybar.
dip druid.
Did anyone write down the new total of the?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah, we got a bit.
What was that new total?
We're
21?
at-
I'll drop it in chat.
We're at 21,180 out of 23,000.
At level 8, I can polymorph someone to a T-Rex.
Best thing ever.
I can't believe we're still only level 6.
I have 2 more levels before I get my special ability. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm ready for level 8. Then I can freaking fly.
Level 8 is going to be a big power boost
Nah.
for the party, I think.
You know you can polymorph yourself and fly.
Oh yeah. But like, I can use a wild shape, and if I take damage, I don't lose the polymorph.
Yeah.
Isn't that level 10 to fly?
No, 8.
8.
Oh, cool.
There's actually one more level, then you can fireball all you want.
At level 9, you get CR3 wild shapes. The giant scorpion is amazing.
I
But
can't wait for
in
Storm
my
Sorcerer.
druid, the most wild shape I used was the Deinonychus, which is amazing. And it is the only medium size CR1 and above.
I had a druid in Mad Mage. I don't know what level it was. I used Scorpion quite a lot.
Scorpion, giant scorpion is at level 9 because CR3.
Was it a moon circle or what kind of?
Yeah,
druid?
for Moon Circle.
Yeah, I'm in Moon.
Mm.
I have an Allosaurus, which is challenge rating 2 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Sabertooth is nice at 2.
Yeah, I have that one as well.
CR2. And yeah, I use mostly these two for CR2. For CR1, I use the Tiger or the Deinonychus. For CR3, I use the Ankylosaur, Giant Scorpion, and a Killer Whale for water.
Yeah, Killer Whale is like unbeatable in water.
But
Oh, for
a great trick is
for
to polymorph an enemy into a killer whale on land. Because they have no movement, and they also have like 90 health, so you can still like drop AoEs
They will
on them and shit.
I think there's something like an octopus or something like that. We can hold its breath, but you can still got a 10 reach range.
Yeah, but killer whales, they just like they're just flopping on land.
I remember fighting a T-Rex and Eberron. I used conjure animals, and the role the DM made me conjure giant goats. And them, yeah, this is Jurassic Park now. And the giant goats kicked the Rex ass.
Is someone here also in Seb's Mad Mage?
No, I'm gamming it for a group.
Gotcha.
I'm playing in
Why?
this campaign, Eberron, Curse of Strahd, and Out of the Abyss.
That's a fantastic group of campaigns. The only reason I ask is because in that campaign they make frequent use of animate objects.
Yeah,
Have,
also,
like,
a spell a bard should have is animate objects.
What level is that?
Animate objects, level 10.
it is ridiculous.
Because you take 10 daggers or 10 coins or
10
something like
silver
that.
coins.
Yeah, and just throw them out and then they attack.
Yeah, I heard about that spell.
And then you have like 10 attacks with plus 8 or something like that. They don't do that much damage, but it's 10 tiny things that fly around and distract.
Oh, this is cool
Yeah.
for DMs, by the way, to have 10 extra things that do damage.
And if you throw silver coins, it will be like
Player
silver
might-
weapon.
In my home game, who animated 10 bombs. Like they were, like gunpowder was just invented. They're like, I'm just gonna animate all these bombs, and they're all gonna explode at the same time, and each do 3d6 damage for an AOE. And it was like a 5th level spell just cast Meteor Swarm. It was insane.
I remember a fight in Ebron. We got attacked by laundry. What's they called? Laundry golems. And they swallow you. If you get attacked by them, you get trapped inside them.
It's 1d4 plus 4 damage.
What?
And if every one of the 10 attacks and get a hit, you have 40 damage in one round. Plus whatever you get on the d4.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to take resilience or warcast at next level. I mean at level 8.
I have Warcaster
my
because
constitution is better.
shield I use shield a lot. Shield of Fate.
Okay.
And I'm
Now,
close combat.
now I have
person.
the spell sniper. This one is amazing too.
Well, hello, Sebastian.
How's everyone?
Hello, welcome back.
Envious of the bard.
Enemies of the what, sorry?
Envious of the
Oh.
bard.
Morgoth is a godsend.
No general bard class.
Okay, so you guys have just arrived from the eastern side of this shrine. This is a crumbling outer wall. You can see palm fronds have actually scraped through the crumbling walls. There are gaps in the walls everywhere, and you can hear the sound of what can only be described as a fountain flowing water coming from the south, where you can actually start to see a pool of some description. The shrine is to the left of you guys on this map.
Coming from the top again.
You see a few breaks in the wall, you can start to see the shrine. You also note there are obelisks flanking the entrance to the shrine.
Can I move in this crack?
Yeah, you can fit through easily. The wall is between 8 to 10 feet tall. It's 8 feet where bits have crumbled, and there are large and small gaps in between the wall in various locations.
Hello.
Alright, the Orvex, as usual, is absolutely astounded by the shrine. As you reach the front, you notice there is a very large rectangular pool of very murky water stretching before this vine-draped shrine. You can see rope bridges that once spanned the water floating on the surface, and they're tangled with other debris They don't look like they're very much intact. There are shards of toppled monolith forming stepping stones in the pool. And you see a statue of a frog rising above the water.
I guess interpretation can lead to many things.
It's a frog. That is very frog.
Yeah, but I believe you. That's a frog.
Inspect the pound or what that is. Fall group.
Yeah, you can see lily pads all over the pond. You can see frogs jumping about, dragonflies buzzing, and some reeds jutting up from this pool. And you can make a perception check, Jarek, to take a look around.
This is gonna go good. Yay!
While you're doing that... Oh yeah, go on.
Can I check the door if it's locked or...
Yes, this is actually a gate. So as you come around to the entrance of the shrine, you see a locked gate. And you can vaguely see actually beyond. In the lintel, like the frame above the gate, is an inscription written in Old Amuan. And there is just a pretty old rusty looking lock on the gate as well.
I will I can't see him from here. Orbex, come over here.
What? Oh.
Come to the gate.
You go around that way and he comes around the other way. My, this is magnificent. A frog. I have a feeling I know which shrine this is. Which trickster god is dedicated to this shrine? Let me tell you. No, not Nang Nang. Let me tell you the story of Kubazan. When evening came, a wily Eblis stepped from his reed hut. He didn't like the Omuans, but without them, he'd have no one to play his tricks on. The Eblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Abteo, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Abteo, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan, the frog he mocked, returned to Papazotl the Eblis, he chased Papazotl into the swamp with his new tentacles. So I believe this is the shrine of Kubazan, the frog he mocked.
Is that a frog god?
The frog Hemoth. It's not a frog god, but Kubazan is. Picture a large frog with tentacles. The size of an elephant.
Like tentacles.
Okay, the graffiti says, "Beware the frog monster," and also that Kubazan is bravery.
Well, does anyone see a frog monster though?
We're about to. I take some jerky and I throw it in the murky water.
Oh,
dear.
fuck.
Oh, frog.
Okay.
It's time to kick the baby. Looking at Millhouse.
Alright. You head around to the side of the pond, Orion, and take some jerky, and you throw it into the pool. The water ripples. Nothing happened.
The jerky just floats there for a sec.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then now we're going to roll initiative, because an enormous frog just
holy shit,
bursts out of the water. So.
And eats the beef jerky and goes down under.
Here's what
guys.
It
you guys,
It opens its mouth and just gorges many gallons of water. The jerky, frogs, lily pads, fronds, they all get taken by this thing's maw and gullet. And as you guys all look over, you just see like this massive body of water just kind of recede as this thing rises up from the pond. There is a frog the size of an elephant. It has 3 eye stalks jutting up from the top of its head. They kind of almost look like reeds themselves. It has 4 massive tentacles, a very long tongue, and it looks like it already has Orion in one of the tentacles, according to that handout. That really does look like Orion, let's not lie.
Does he have a beard? Yes, he has a beard. Yeah.
That is literally Orion.
Look,
Orion,
you
but
guys
he's
might see a
blonde.
monster. I see enough XP to get us to level 7. Let's get to work.
Alright.
The optimistic way of looking at it.
So, yeah, this thing is absolutely massive. It's almost 20 feet tall, and that's not even with it fully out of this pond. Nim, you're up first.
You know me. We're going to go 5, 10, 15 right there. And then I'm going to do Call Lightning.
Okay.
I'm going to do it since it is a 60-foot radius. I'm going to put it kind of in between the frog moth and, like, the cloud itself, between the frog moth and the big statue, like somewhere here.
Okay. It's going to cover the entire shrine. Massive storm cloud. And it's outdoors, and it has been raining today. It's stormy. So it gives you control over the existing storm instead. So you take control of the entire storm over the top of Omu. And
Sweet.
The spell's damage increases by 1d10.
Awesome. And then I'm going to hit it right there. I can get this spell to work this time. Come on.
Oh, Yazo, are you even in the initiative? Where are you? You're back here?
Yeah, can I be next to Nim?
Nope, you're there. That's when we rolled initiative. You can be next to him on your turn. Alright, extra d10. A big lightning bolt slams into this thing, and it does actually resist the lightning. So it takes 14 points. However, you really mess it up as well. It's like its whole slimy, slippery body conducts the lightning, and it really kind of slumps down in a bit of a stupor, and it loses its reaction. Seems to be quite slow from that.
5, 10, 15. I still have 10 more movements. I'm just going to go, whoa!
What was that sound? Sorry, can you say that again?
Whoa! Going back right out.
Orvek says, "Oh!" And
Take cover, Orvek.
oh no! The gods! They are cursing us! Run for your lives! And he sprints off at the first sign of battle.
There he goes again.
Millhouse.
There's no way this thing is resistant to fire, right? There's no possibility.
You had to say it. You had to say
You
it.
hit it, and it is resistant to fire.
God damn it.
It's,
I don't want to get close to
yeah,
it.
not only pretty much submerged, it's also its slick skin seems to not really burn too easy. It takes 7 fire damage. Very easy to hit though, particularly with that lightning shocking it. It's really kind of slowed it down.
All right. So now, how deep is the water now that it's standing up in it?
It's a bit hard to gauge, but not very deep by the looks of it. You could.
This thing can submerge in it. It must be.
That sounds deep enough that I'll have to still doggy paddle.
You
to
feel
keep
like you would
afloat.
be swimming if you're in it, Millhouse. It's also covered in like a slick layer of mud. This thing, You know, that water is like completely opaque.
Swampy.
Yeah, you can't see through the surface of water. It's like brown, thick water, mud,
Sewage.
basically. Yeah, but yeah, imagine this thing taking a shit repeatedly. The water is very.
I'm trying to do.
Disapprove of the foul language.
Alright, so you're ending your turn there, Millhouse?
I'm ending my turn here. I'm doing quick math to try to get a Sonic Goo around. Okay, no checks to see if that's the bridge is stable, right?
Okay, it tries to move across these rotten rope bridges, and it can make an acrobatics check.
It can succeed in macro. That's Dex, right?
Dexterity, acrobatics check, and it jumps on the rope bridge, and from bridge to bridge, and as soon as it takes one step into it, it just sinks straight down into the pool, and it goes under, sinks straight to the bottom. And what was the command you gave it to head over there? Or it keeps on moving.
Yeah, head to that spot there.
So where did it start, sorry? In this space?
This space.
10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55. How much movement does it have?
I was getting it to dash.
With a
It
dash?
had to dash. Yep.
How much movement does it have, sorry?
40, so with a dash it has 80.
Okay, so 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 65, 75. It gets there. It just keeps on, you know, obeying your commands, wading through the mud and murky water, and basically swimming at this stage. Trudging through mud. Yazu.
I really thought 17 would do it.
It seemed like it's just simply too heavy. The rope bridge just gave way straight away.
Okay, I'll shoot it from here.
Alright, you draw back on your short bow and take a shot. That's a miss.
I'll dash. Oh, house.
Alright.
I'll rage and grow my claws this time. And then I will recklessly attack with my claws.
Hit. You tear into this thing. It's like the tiniest little scratch. And you tear into it again. Another scratch. And you rip into it again. This time you actually grab a tentacle and rip through the tentacle to try to sever it, and that did a reasonable amount of damage to it. That's a decent injury on this massive froghemoth.
And then I will, seeing it kind of slump over, I will heroically run this way.
Okay. Alright, it's you know, it's really slow. It slumps its way over to Garrick, and when it gets to him, it just tries to bite him and eat him. You see this gigantic maw open up, this long spotty tongue.
Oh wait, I can't, I think, because I didn't take a turn.
You can cut it. Yeah,
I can use my reaction before my turn?
You do, only if you're surprised you don't have the reaction. But you weren't surprised.
Yeah, I will cut and go out now.
Okay. Alright, you reduce this attack by 3. And it works. And it completely misses. And just basically bites the side of the pond. and it recovers now. Recovers from that stupor.
Sonic gets his attack.
Yeah. Sonic
Right.
has an opportunity attack.
It can hit this at disadvantage, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yes.
swimming, so disadvantage, and that hits. It slams into it. Froghemoth doesn't even notice it. This thing is just so big. Torrent.
Okay, I will use my Channel Divinity to get my Sacred Weapon up again. And use a bonus action to get the Shield of Faith up. And then I'll go and... yeah, I could move there. Or just wait till next turn. I'll take out my... Wait, that's also an action. No, I'll move a bit closer, but not too... Well, it has tentacles anyway. I'll move up to it. So I want to go there.
Okay.
And that ends my turn when I did those two things.
Right, you're on forward with this sort of exploding brilliance. Garrett.
Well, I concentrate and my fists start to crackle with lightning. I'm shocking grasp.
And that hits. You lean forward and just plant your hand on it. And again, you see that shock susceptibility. It shrinks down to a stupor again, taking 6 lightning damage.
And I hightail it out of here. Well, not that far, just there. Can I still see the monster from there?
No. Actually, yeah, probably, because the wall's only about 10 feet high. So you can see it like 3/4 covered. The top of its head and its 3 eye stalks poking up above the wall.
Okay, and I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate at 2nd level. So I'm taking the 2nd level spell from it.
On yourself?
On myself.
Okay.
And that's what I do.
Okay, I'll look at the frog and cinder frost at the middle eye. And I miss.
It misses. Its eyes part 3 different ways, and the ray of frost finds a gap in between them and just disperses.
I will move here and then end my turn.
Nim.
I'm gonna unleash another crack of... Where'd my mouse go? What the heck? I was confused. I'm gonna let out another crack of lightning right there on him. Why is it not letting me do the damage?
The well time.
I'm literally just gonna have to type this, and this is annoying because it lets me cast it, but then it won't let me do any of the damage.
Just
Ridiculous.
on the left, use the 3d10.
Well, it's 4d10 because there's the storm.
Oh,
You see what's happening. Are you not selecting the spell level? It might be hidden behind your sheet or something.
No, because I have a pop-up for my character sheet. I'm clicking the spell level and everything.
Okay. Let me see what's going on. I'll try to... Are you doing it from the attack and spellcasting section?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to try to dodge that, and it does. It takes how much did you do? It barely affects it this time. 4 points of lightning damage.
Then I'm going to move away. Go that far. I don't want to be close to it, that's for sure. For now.
Millhouse.
Millhouse goes close to it. He's gonna slap it around a little bit. Yeah, paper cuts.
That hits, and he's just start hacking into this behemoth of a frog. 12 points of damage. A nice little cut on its side.
Quick question. For my smite, the branding smite prevents creatures from going invisible. Would that prevent it from hiding in the water too?
Hiding? As in, like,
Well,
going in the water and hide, like taking the hide action? Or you mean going underwater and
I
being
mean-
obscured?
Yeah, like how
It
we
would-
couldn't see it.
It
or
prevents
the
people from
trigger.
being invisible. So if it goes invisible, it will be prevented. If it's not invisible, that has no interaction with the spell.
Okay, I'm just gonna slap it around a bit more.
Invisible as in, yeah, like the spell, basically. And you hack into it again for another 10 points of damage. And it's taken a hell of a beating and doesn't really look hurt so far.
Move back in front of Yazo. See, he likes my presence.
So I do.
Alright, I'm gonna assume the
Yeah,
only
just leave
place.
it here. All my own.
I'm gonna assume the only place Sonic can. Can Sonic get back up from these steps?
Yeah. It's
Good.
not really that
He's not
deep.
stuck.
And it just climbs straight up. It's just 10 feet of movement to get out. It's more just mud and whatnot at the base of this thing. Metal Sonic is completely covered, but he can pretty much climb up.
Before he does that, since he can't make it all the way over there, slap.
And he misses. 9 is a miss.
Damn.
Just gets bogged in the mud. Because he's underwater. And with 40 feet of movement, he'll end his turn there. Because half movement underwater. Doesn't have a swim speed. Yazo.
Right, so I'll move from my house, got away small man with a small beard, and I'll go here.
My beard's better than yours. My beard has a mustache accompanying it. Where's yours?
Mine's golden and long. Anyway, back to the fight.
Just jealous of my silky smoothness.
And that's a hit. You poke the rapier into it. It doesn't seem to be very affected by the fire. Takes 3 fire damage and 13 piercing damage. You lance the rapier into its side and it's still not yet bloodied.
Okay, so I'll disengage and go here.
You don't have to. It doesn't have a reaction.
Okay, I'll disengage anyway.
Orion.
So this creature is fat and tanky.
Yeah. Must have a very high fortitude.
Alright, I hope you realize if you do this, you're not going to have enough movement to get away again.
Sure I am. No worries. That was 25 feet of movement. And here are 3 reckless attacks.
And that hits. You rip into it for 10 damage. Another claw streaks through its side. And you hit it again for another 9 damage. It's mostly superficial injuries so far.
30, 35, 40. Screw you, Millhouse.
You're implying this thing doesn't have reach.
Splinters.
Oh dear. Everyone's gone again.
As it uses its tentacles to push it along the pond, it just opens this massive maw and it's going to bite Torin again.
Oh hell no!
Oh yes, that's not Millhouse.
Right, Morgos, you flood its mind with cutting words. And a 14 is a miss. Right, then slinks over this statue, provoking from Torrin and Millhouse. And at the end of its turn, it's going to be out of that stupor. Torrin,
Where
you
is it?
hit. And Millhouse, you hit. You guys both slash it for a total of 20 points of damage. And it's bloodied now. You start to hack into one of the tentacles. But it is now 5 feet away from the edge. Torrin.
It moved away. Oh dear. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this water is very comfortable, right? Fighting and all.
Well, this might be okay.
If you
Okay,
go
I'll-
into it, then you're going to be in the water. And then the rules for underwater combat will apply.
And as a paladin, do I know what these are?
Yeah, it's going to be disadvantage on your attacks unless you're using a dagger, a crossbow, a net, or a trident.
All right. Well, it's not that difficult to hit this thing, so I'll just try it. I'll move into the water.
Okay. Now you jump in and you just sink. Your greaves sink into the mud, and you're basically pretty much submerged and sunken into some deep mud as well. Like your head goes under.
Blah, blah, blah. And I will attack, if possible.
Sure. Hit.
Doesn't do anything.
You can't see as well. It's like completely heavily obscured under here. But you can you know where it is. And oh yeah, you can definitely tell where it is. It's thrashing around. It's moving. It's causing the water to ripple, and you feel your longsword slice into its flesh.
And I'll attack again.
And that hits.
Still hits. Cool.
You feel the blade slice through it once more.
Yeah, end of turn.
Garrick.
Well, it's outside my reach now, so I concentrate and a skeletal hand appears beside it. And I miss.
You fire off the chill touch and it just... something happens with the spell, it fails.
And what's the distance? I'm within... How long are those tentacles?
It's hard to gauge. It hasn't used the tentacles yet. They're all just kind of mostly underwater. I've only seen it bite so far. I had to get close to bite.
Oh, yeah, bite. We'll stay there.
Morgoth.
Okay, I will come here. I will look at the frog and I will say, "Bad frog!"
It takes the 5 psychic damage and it sinks its 3 eye stalks downwards. It's sad.
And I will go back here.
Nim.
Alrighty.
Some more lightning action.
Oh my gosh. No button work for me on that. I hope it's just not Roll20 and it hates me. I'm going to move since I know I can at least do that for now. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me do call lightning at all. This is
So-
weird.
American internet gets a bit funky about this time.
It could be.
Just roll it normal.
Yeah, I've no idea it was working when I tried it. Might have to reload your page or something.
I'll do it after this roll.
Maybe there's
Ooh,
no
nice.
spells left.
Well, even when I had spell slots, it wasn't letting me.
Okay.
The lightning bolt's a direct hit. 14 points of lightning damage. Slows the froggy mouth down once more.
And then I'll end my turn, and then I'm going to reload my page.
Okay. Millhouse.
Right, now, surely as an amphibian, if I throw salt water at it, something will happen, right?
Turn to sludge.
But if I'm gonna, I'm gonna throw a hand axe at it.
And you just throw it like way off course. It lands in the water over here.
The Sonic dashes over here.
Yarzo.
So it's a bit late. What's that stopping us from opening these doors?
It's a gate and a rusty looking lock.
Ha! Okay, I'll disengage first of all and open the lock.
Nothing in Mage Hand won't solve.
Alright, you
Don't need a mage hand or two clays.
You can use your action to pick the lock, making a dexterity check with your thieves' tools.
I mean, you could fight and have the Mage Hand pick it.
Alright, you
That'd take too long.
you start to pick the lock, and it's rusted, and it's a bit difficult for you to pick. When that happens, you see this purple aura cover every single bar of the gate, and then this circular glyph traces in the air across the surface of the gate, and you're hit with a wave of all these skulls, purple necrotic skulls, and it only affects Yarzo, and you need to make a wisdom save against being frightened.
Ah, I understand it now. Okay.
Alright, when this phantasmal image hits you, it distills you with your worst fears. It's
It's
of
my
you,
weakness.
it's of you not being able to fight with Mage Hand. Not being able to go into a battle without casting Mage Hand for no reason whatsoever. And you become frightened. And while you're frightened, you must take the dash action to move away to the safest available route, unless there's nowhere to move. So you have to keep on going south, until you can't go south anymore.
See, if I used mage hand, that wouldn't have happened.
Starting from now. So how much movement
Fair
did you
enough.
use? 10, 5?
I was 5, yeah.
So you have to go away from the doors. So you don't have to jump into the pond. Safest. So that wouldn't be safe
It is
jumping into the
recommended.
pond. So you'll go like
How about here or here?
yeah.
Isn't
You'll go.
RMJ
You'll
safer?
basically be running to the bottom right hand corner of this map. Yarzo is where you'll want to go. And yeah, you'll get there. You're scared now. You can repeat the wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Can't he dash as a bonus action? Oh no, you disengaged. I forgot.
He
Yes, I
can,
did,
but
Mirhouse.
he doesn't have to use his bonus action. He just has to use the dash action.
No, I disengaged with the tentacles.
Disengage anyway. Alright, you do get to repeat that save though, Yazo. And Orion, you're up.
So I looked it up. I don't think that natural weapons have anything special with underwater. So if I went underwater, I'd be attacking disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, you are. Let me take a look. Underwater combat. There is a handout for it here in the appendix. So, underwater combat. If you don't have a swimming speed, which you don't, then you'll have disadvantage on the attack roll. Unless you're using a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Well, I can't have Torin look braver than I am, so I'll dive in the water.
Hey, did you come and play?
Jump in.
Cool.
You're sinking, you're trudging in mud, your head goes under. You can't see anything. Heavily obscured.
So I will not attack recklessly this time, so I'll attack with disadvantage with my claws.
Okay. And you miss it. And you crit it. It can't see you.
Disadvantage.
It can't see you. You're completely
Oh.
under that murky water. And so that means that you also have advantage on it. You're unseen.
Cool.
And you rip a claw through it. You can't tell how much damage you did to it. You just felt a chunk of flesh in your claws. And another crit. You grab a tentacle and just rip off a big chunk of slimy tentacle.
This was the correct decision. Nothing could go bad now.
It wades slowly through the pond. Because you can't see it, you're not able to make an opportunity attack either.
Oh.
And it really doesn't like Nim. Nim's been bothering it quite a lot. So it is going to whip this very long tongue out. Actually, it's going to not even go that far. It's going to go this far. It's going to rip this very long tongue out. Whip it real good. Nim, make a strength saving throw.
Not good at that.
The tongue hits you, wraps around you, and then like a Yoshi, it just retracts you in. So within 5 feet of it. And now it's going to open up its mouth, but before it can bite you, it slumps down because of the lightning. Torin.
Right. I do I have half movement while in the water?
Yeah,
Probably.
it's difficult terrain because you're walking through the mud.
1, 2. Can I get to here?
You can go 3 squares. You won't be able to get there though because this blocks you. You can't go diagonal through obstructions.
Yeah, I'll dash and be in its range to get an opportunity. Oh wait, I don't get opportunity attacks, right?
You can't see anything. Unless you're out of the water, you won't see anything.
Can I climb up here?
Yeah, you can try and climb up if you like. Do you want to do that from where you started or started?
Yeah, I think that's best.
Go back to your starting position first. Alright, so
I was here.
Alright, you move closer. Sorry, Garrick, are you moving?
Just looking, sorry.
Yeah, you can't see there, that's metagaming. You shouldn't be able to see. All
Well,
right.
okay, I thought...
Yeah,
Sorry.
You can't see what anyone else is seeing. Alright, if you're hiding behind the wall, then you won't be aware of what's happening. Alright, Torin, you move forward 10 feet and make an athletics check to try and climb up. Alright, you climb up, and this thing is covered in algae. You climb up with ease, and now it is really slippery. Make an acrobatics check. It is like slime encrusted, and you manage to walk across it without slipping off. It's cost you 20 feet of movement to get up there.
So I can attack from here, right?
You can.
Then I'll attack. Do I still have disadvantage now?
You're up out of the water.
Oh, cool.
You're about 3 feet above the water level, and you're balancing on this slimy statue easily. That hits. You just drive the longsword into the back of this thing. It's badly injured.
And I'll attack again.
And that's another hit.
Cool.
You slice through it some more. This olive-colored blood just rolls down the froghemoth's body and got some serious injuries on it now.
Okay. That ends my turn.
Gary.
Question. How far is that? 10 feet, right?
Yeah, each square is 5
Yeah.
feet. So that was
So-
3 squares, so that's 15 feet.
Okay. If I take a running start, can I jump over here?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's your strength score?
15.
Then you can. Alright, you come around the corner, you leap, and you land in the water there. You sink a few feet into the mud.
And since Shocking Grasp is a hand attack, I don't get disadvantage in the water, do
Yeah,
I?
that is a merely spell attack, so it does not give you disadvantage.
Okay. Then I try to Shocking Grasp him again. Concentrate. Get the
And
lightning.
It's a crit. Charge it
No,
full
the big
of electricity.
I can't use no, I can't use smite on that.
No.
Damn it.
You do hear your you do recite your tenets. You remember reading your tenets, your oath, signing your life to say that if you ever crit, you must smite, or you become a fallen paladin. But you grab a tentacle and you just jolt it with everything you've got, and you can feel it slumped in the water.
And I can't move away because I used all my movement. Well, I could use a spell. I chance it.
Okay.
So, can I fire spell from this crack?
Yeah. It would be half cover from the other side of that crack. It's pretty narrow. In fact, that looks actually more like an
Cover
arrow
doesn't
slit.
affect me. Cover doesn't affect me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but you have line of sight through there.
Yeah. So I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
First one.
Alright, you snipe
17.
through this. Basically, it's like an arrow slit, and you line it up perfectly. That's a hit. Big chunk
And
of
the
frog
other
flesh
one?
is ripped off of it.
16
Hit.
for 9.
Another massive hole opens up on the froghemoth, and it's very badly injured.
And I will end my turn.
Nim. You're not
Right,
grappled
so
or
am
anything
I-
by this thing.
Okay.
All it did was just kind of flick its tongue out, grab you, and drag you in, and the tongue just rolled back in its mouth.
Gotcha. Well,
You are in the water though, and you can't see anything. It's pitch black.
we're gonna change that. We're gonna wild shape into a big snake. Gonna be big snake boy.
Okay. Giant constrictor snake. Alright, you just see some thrashing around in the water, everyone else, and then this anaconda just rises up out of the water. You're too big to even be under the water now.
Giant snake versus giant frog.
This is some Godzilla shit going on here.
Oh, if he wild shape into a plesiosaur. Nice.
And then I am going to bite at him.
That hits.
Yeah.
You sink your teeth
Come on.
into the froghemoth, and you're pretty much evenly matched with this thing in terms of size, and your fangs drive into its skull and into its mouth, and you're about to take it out.
That's my turn.
Swallow it.
Multi-attack. I just get the bite.
Millhouse.
Millhouse will come around. Wait. I can do this more efficient. The jump? Question mark?
You
Can
Leroy
you jump that
Jenkins
far with 8 strength?
You'll need to make. Actually, it doesn't matter. You'll land in that square regardless, so that's fine. You make the jump.
Now it's time to go ham.
And that hits. You hack into it for 6 damage. And you miss. You're basically just like underneath the ground, which is mud. You've sunken that far in.
I figured. Somebody's gonna have to fish me out because I don't think Millhouse has the strength to wade through this mud.
You see Millhouse
All
jump in, and there's just a few bubbles boop, 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 rise up from where he was.
Sonic will take 10, go back 10 feet.
Did he start spinning?
Nah. Did not mean. Wait, no, he can go there. He's smaller. He'll go there.
He jumps.
He does his. Did do his spin move.
What's his strength score?
Kill it.
Can he jump that far? That was a big
14.
jump. He'll get there. And he spins through it, cutting a hole from one side to the other, straight through its face. Water and blood splash everywhere. Its tentacles start slamming into the surface of the pond, and yet it's still hanging on to dear life. Yazo, did you make a wisdom save at the end of your turn?
I did.
What did you get?
I can't remember.
Was it a?
I could do another one.
I don't remember you making it.
I can do it again.
Did you make it? You didn't make. No, you didn't make it. You only made it when you got affected. So make one for the end of last turn to see if you're still frightened. So you're not frightened anymore.
Okay. So shoot it then.
And that hits. You sink an arrow straight into the top of its head. The arrow disappears from view. This thing's tentacles rise up before splashing down into the pond. Water and mud floods outwards. And Yazo, you killed it single-handedly.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
Nobody helped at all.
Wow.
Well, I climb up on this frog statue. I don't want to be in this muddy, bloody water.
$922 experience. Alright, you guys can climb out. To be on the statue, Garrick, you'll need to make an acrobatics check. It's
Acrobatics or athletics?
you can climb up
Acrobatics,
easily
okay.
enough out of combat. It's just like it is covered in algae, so basically it's an uneven surface.
Acrobatics, okay.
Like coated in the slipperiest stuff you could imagine. And
If anything, Nim would have gone around and done like the whole like dinosaur head thing and lift you up on top. He big.
yeah, you can get up there easily enough. It's just standing up there in your leather boots on this slippery surface. And
Well, I want to get off.
you slip over.
Any
and
any
fall prone.
inscription?
You fall.
Did I see any inscription on the way down?
It's just a statue of a frog, from what you could tell.
Get a snake lip.
But Torrin,
Yeah.
you're like focused on mainly standing up there, Garrick. You slipped over as soon as you got
Okay.
up there. Torrin, Torrin's balanced up there quite well. However, and when you look into the mouth of the frog, Torrin, you notice that the tongue, it's actually made of brass, while the rest of the statue is made of stone. Brass tongue.
I want to investigate that further.
Okay, you can make an investigation check to try and surmise what it is. You feel like the tongue can
It's like square.
can come out. Like you could pull the tongue out, and you think that it may be a key.
I'll pull out the tongue.
You pull it out, and sure enough, on the other side of the tongue, there is a stone indentation, which looks like a key.
Okay, I will take it with me and get the... I think the snake is going to help me get to the other side without having to wade through the mud.
Nim
Yeah.
acts as a bridge. You can just walk along Nim. Alright,
Well,
Guys, I have
you're going to
here.
try to pick it while they're doing that. Make a thieves' tools check.
Yes. Dexterity?
Yeah, with dexterity. And just as you bring the key open, Torin, you hear a click and
And
those gates swing open. And
That's how you pick it.
Millhouse, make a wisdom saving throw. Another glyph appears on the gate.
I get
And-
advantage. I get advantage.
You have advantage against being frightened, or like it's a gnome thing, right? Spells or frightened.
Yes.
You're not scared. It's just some lame skulls. Now
You're looking pretty small over there, Yowza.
The chamber of bravery is open. You see steps descending to a ledge that overlooks a pit of sharpened stake. On an alcove on the far wall holds a pedestal. It's reminiscent of where you got the other puzzle cube, and this one in fact does have a stone cube resting on it. There is a relief carved into the back wall of the alcove, and it shows a froghemoth, a monstrous frog with tentacles, and it's fighting off a crane. There are wooden beams also radiating from the walls at about floor height, with 4-foot gaps between them, and carved frog heads extrude from the walls above the beam. The pit it's a drop, 30 foot down, onto spikes.
Excuse me.
I guess we have to go by the side and get to the other queue.
I'll just climb across. Just excuse
Yeah.
me for a second.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me through.
So it's a 30-foot drop there.
Yeah.
Said.
And then there are these wooden beams around the side, and you look over and Garrick's already over there.
How does
Good.
he do that?
Before you, it's a puzzle cube, and the puzzle cube, it shows a relief of Kubazan, the froghemoth.
How are you gonna get back, buddy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Did you think this through?
You don't know how many spell slots he has, unless you've been
He
counting.
looks panicked. I can see the panic in his eyes.
I could have just climbed across and got it, man. You didn't need to cast that spell.
Did you? I don't think you had another spell.
Are you
Yo,
using a-
yes, I had a third level.
Okay, alright, so you grab the cube. Alright, before that, you grab the cube. That gate slams down shut. Straight away. And the frog heads. You know, those carved frog heads extruding from the wall that were described? They have a purpose. And that purpose is to fill this shrine with poisonous gas. They belch forth this bright green poisonous gas that floods the entire shrine. Alright, we're gonna handle
get out
this
of here.
in initiative. Because this is a hazard, a trap.
Move away from the gate.
You're choking straight away. Orvex just says, "Oh my! Oh! Oh, I think I wet myself again."
Oh, the rain will wash it out.
Too much information.
Oh. Alright, Orion. make a Constitution saving throw. You're locked in. Poisonous gas is burning your skin. It's going in your eyes. It's going in your nose. It's burning your skin. And you are resisting it. You will take some damage, though. 6 points of poison damage at the start of your turn. What do you do?
I look up. How high is the ceiling? And does the poison seem to be reaching all the way to the top?
This place has flooded in an instant. Every single frog-headed mouth spewed full of this gas. It's flooded everything. It's a green gas. It's lightly obscured. The ceiling is 10 feet overhead.
I will bang on the door.
It's a gate, so you can see out. It's a set of closely spaced vertical bars.
I will yell for them to use the key, open the door, use the key and open the door. And then I'll do a quick check for any, like, ruined holes or anything that I could possibly escape out of.
Holes in the roof?
Like there are, like, this, it's like a ruined building, maybe, so I'm hoping that, like, a collapsed portion or something.
This shrine looks intact, so you would have noticed anything like that straight away. And
can I hold a dash action?
There's no exits. Yeah, you can ready a dash.
I will hold a dash action for the door opening.
Okay. More guys. What do you do? More guys? Hello? Is he here?
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome.
Sorry, I was away. So what?
Chamber has filled full of poisonous gas, and Orion and Garrick have been locked inside.
Oh, so move here. So we can't see through, right?
You can. It's yeah, a series of gate-like vertical bars.
Oh.
So yeah, you can actually see
Make
through.
way.
I'll remove the dynamic lighting. It makes more sense to see. Should be more like
Oh.
this.
Let me see if I can do anything. I can't do anything, but I will give an inspiration to Garrett. My last inspiration. And I will end my turn.
Garrick, make a Constitution save.
Yeah.
Against poison. You're not being too badly affected. You take 3 points of poison damage.
I tell them on the other side. Come on, move out the way! Out of the way! I can't go anywhere when you're standing in the way. And then I start casting Misty Step and hold it if I see a empty spot on the...
Misty Step is a bonus action, so you can't actually ready that spell. But what you could do is just Misty Step like above someone. It has to be unoccupied, but the space above Sonic and Millhouse is unoccupied.
Yeah, you mean here?
Yeah, like you can go
Just above them.
Above them.
Oh, okay. I fall on Sonic.
Alright.
Knock a few coins out.
He appears about 5 feet above Sonic, and then he falls gracefully into Sonic's loving arms. Sonic
and
is
then
holding Eric like a baby.
And then make room for next person.
Sonic pushes
and
you
put
out
the
of the
cube
way.
put the cube away in my backpack.
Okay. You open your backpack and you rest the puzzle cube in with your previous cube.
Yeah.
And
that's my turn.
You've got all the puzzle cubes, alright? You guys all all done here, not forgetting anything, you can head off to the next shrine.
What about Orion? He's still stuck there.
You got what you came for.
Acceptable losses.
Yeah, so.
So there's pillars here?
There's a gate. Vertical bars.
Any lock in this gate?
Yeah, this is the gate that you picked earlier, or tried to pick.
Can I try and pick it again, or is that too late?
You can try and pick it again. You can
Right,
make a
okay.
dexterity check with your thieves' tools.
Still holding the key.
Yeah, he does have a key,
That's okay, we got this.
but
Leave the key for an
maybe
emergency.
he wants to show off. He shows off. You pick it. It's unlocked. And basically, Orion, the second that happens, you run out and we'll break initiative. You're free.
Yay.
Sorry, guys.
He's going to contest my strength roll first.
Oh, easy.
Are there any tentacle frogs hatchlings around here?
Oh.
I will eat those. I will not allow you to bring those with us.
There are no
Are
baby
you
froggy
opening
monsters.
a
Frog,
zoo
there
or
are some
something?
frogs.
With 3 eyes?
They've only got
With
2
tentacles?
eyes. No tentacles.
I want another baby.
Okay, you've procured 2 out of 9 puzzle cubes.
Woohoo!
Who's up for another shrine?
I am
Sure.
Tapita.
You guys exit
fine.
I'm
the
tapped
vicinity
too.
of the shrine.
I think we should go to
Maybe
either
we should...
either the museum where we spent the first night, or to Bag
Oh,
of
back.
Nails.
Yeah, Baggy said we have his house forever now.
It's only
Well,
like
there's-
two
Yeah,
walking
but
after
do you
this.
trust him?
No. But I'm not affected by poison either.
Maybe we should explore.
Yeah, I am.
out Here
I'm with you. I say we
before
explore
cross
some
the
more.
water.
How much time do we have in the day?
Oh, it's about halfway through your day, roughly.
Okay, let's explore some
Okay.
more.
I feel like you could definitely go, like, in sleep-wise, you could go for many more hours.
Okay.
Maybe we don't do
Well,
another shrine
yeah,
today,
just
but we
Carefully
should.
explore some more.
Yeah, we carefully explore some more.
Go a little bit north. Maybe there are some shrines here in this hidden area.
And just locate them.
So it's,
We
sounds
can
very good.
just locate the shrines. We don't need to try to open
Gonna
them.
head to the promenade.
Yeah.
Alright, just to get over to that area, it takes you guys 20 minutes.
Okay, then I lost my concentration anyway.
Okay, it's still quite foggy today, so visibility is limited to a couple hundred feet. And you look up, you can see the tall cliffs abutting the city to the west. Dozens and dozens and dozens of ruined buildings.
There is a fire.
Yeah, you can actually see the remains of a camp. It's actually burnt out, but it's a notable location. Takes you guys. It'll take you guys about another 10 minutes to get over there as well. You can see it from this distance. And then the promenade just continues up. There are these stone, grand-looking stone steps. These steps are huge as well, like almost 20 feet down to the ground. You've got this massive catwalk that pretty much is on the same level as the roofs of some of the 2-story buildings. Some of the bigger buildings, temples and whatnot, ancient temples, their roofs rise up above the level of the catwalk. So we head down here and we gotta check it out.
Check the fire thing.
Amid the ruins is an abandoned campsite. You can see the just a black campfire. There are some torn backpacks. There are pieces of rotted gear littering the ground, and 3 moldering tents. They're pitched, but there are holes in the tents. They've been here for quite some time, like weeks and weeks. And at the center of the camp, there is a scrap of dirty yellow cloth hanging from a crude wooden flagpole, like a yellow banner. And that should mean something to some of our adventurers.
Flaming Fist?
A yellow banner. Flaming Fist.
Can I examine it to see if I know anything about it?
The only people that would know would be Orion, Yazo, Millhouse. I believe. Like who this camp belonged to.
I checked the tents to find out if there's any sign of who this camp belonged to.
You go through the tents, and you can actually see that the camp looks like it's been cleared out. There's no bedrolls in the tents. There's no other gear, and the bits of gear that remain around the camp are all worthless. However,
Okay.
you do notice a moldy piece of parchment caught in the lining of one of the tents. And there is some neatly written shorthand. It says this: Rue, Devlin has a lead on the Eye of Zoltek. The old goat found an obelisk in the north that marks the entrance to the Tomb of the Nine Gods. The eye must be within, but the door is magically locked. We think the secret to opening it lies in the holy shrine. We're headed into the ruins to check them out. God's willing, we'll be back tonight. Razni's serpent people are on the prowl, so be careful. If you get into trouble, sound the swan horn twice and we'll come running. For the yellow banner, Lord Brixton.
The Eye of Zoltek.
So,
Gracious.
Company of the Yellow Banner is a venturing party that left
Oh,
Fort
yeah.
Nyanzara at the same time as some of our other heroes. A group of adventurers, also basically like the party's rival. They're also working for Sindra Sylvain to try and find the source of the death curse. You actually made a wager with them that you'll find it first. So it looks like they've already been here, and they've been here for a while too.
Can I check around and try to get a more exact time on how long ago this camp was set up?
Yeah, you can make a survival check. It looks like they've been here for a couple of weeks already. 2 weeks. Give or take a couple of days. So they've been in the city, they must have reached here a good amount of time before you guys, like 20 days, 10 days earlier.
So they figured out where the entrance to the tomb is, but they didn't. And they figured out that the shrines are important, but they didn't visit the 2 closest shrines to the entrance. That must mean they ran into something they couldn't handle, right?
How do you say that?
Well, because they would have, if
Taking the cubes, right?
they've
Yeah,
been here for 10 days, they would have, or 2 weeks, they would have gone to the other shrines.
Yeah, but you saw the cubes teleport when I tried to put them in the bag of holding. You used to say they won't teleport once whatever purpose they serve is done with.
Or
You
if the characters die, maybe.
You
Yeah.
think that they are so far ahead of us that they got to the tomb, all of the shrines, and opened it, and then I guess it's possible that the cubes
Right,
could all
look.
teleport back to the shrines.
The only counter argument I have for that is that we are literally 7 days away from failing our mission. Right, I think if they were here 10 days before us or whatever, I think that would have been plenty of time for them to sort it all out.
I mean, I do want Cinder to live, so I'm glad they're doing that.
But the
But-
100 gold that you bet them is way more important. So
Oh, I bet him a
You
rare
bet him
magic.
a rare
item.
magic. You bet him basically your reward. Yeah, the bet was if they get to the source of death curse first, then they have to give you a rare magic item, and vice versa. Bit of a friendly wager, bit of a competition.
But at this point, that was just between Orion and them. At this point,
Yeah, they also
wasn't like
said
a
that they
fight.
knew. Like, this was all the way back when you were speaking to the Guardian Nag. They already knew where Omu was, and they were actually leaving Oralunga. They're basically like the Gary of this adventure. Pokemon. So, your rivals. Anyway, they've not been here for weeks now. No sign or explanation as to where they are or what their fate entails.
Hope they're okay.
No, you don't.
Well, let's keep moving, I guess.
You eat kobolds
Yeah, let's
alive.
go on now.
You don't hope that they're okay.
Oh, I hope they're dead so we don't have to pay them.
there's a lot of wee business going on here.
Okay.
Okay.
Continuing up the promenade.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, you can start to see some flooding to the east, and up ahead you see the signs.
Shrine.
The shrine. Yeah, it just stands out amongst all other buildings. There's definitely another shrine here.
And something very big here.
Yeah, this looks like a grand museum or something like that.
Wanna
Takes
check the
another
shrine first?
10 minutes to head up there. It's getting a little bit later in the day.
Wanna finish
Want
the
to check out the shrine?
No,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Yep.
And try to see more locations. And if we get into a
Exactly.
big scrap, we can always retreat. But for now, let's keep going.
Yes.
A bit of a scouting mission. You feel like if you could get up onto those cliffs on a day like this, you'd get a view of the entire city. If that's what you're going for. These cliffs are well over 100 feet tall. You'll be able to see everything in foggy detail. Alright, you continue up and continue exploring the city. You see more flooded ruins to the east and some large buildings. The promenade continues up to the north. There's something else of note up ahead. As you head up about here, to your left you'll notice an overturned wagon lying at the end of some stairs up ahead. There are the rotten flower petals littering the ground around it, and you see a bee's nest in the wagon's broken wheels, and a freshly cut garland of jungle flowers hangs from the wagon's tongue like an offering.
I will go close to the wagon and inspect it.
Someone has cut some fresh flowers and placed them here on this wagon.
Oh.
And
So it's a upside down wagon and someone
The
put
wagon's,
flower on the wagon.
yeah, kind of on its side. Two of the wheels are missing.
Ah,
So it's tilted on its side, and there are all these dead flower petals surrounding it. And then someone's placed a fresh bunch of flowers, colorful flowers, on the interior of the wagon, like some sort of nature offering. And you notice something underneath the cart. It's a moss-covered stone disc.
how big is it?
Big.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. It's half buried in the mud under the wagon and caked with moss. It's a few feet in diameter. Like a
I will-
tablet. It's etched, and Orvex is taking particular interest in it. Oh my!
I will show it to him and look around to see if there's anything
There is
will try to attack.
concentric rings of inscriptions. There doesn't seem to be any threats here. So concentric rings of inscriptions cover the tablet's surface, and Orvex is taking a look at this jagged uniform, and this is written in common and Old Omuan. This is a proclamation from the Queen of Omu to her rivals in Mesro. It says, Queen Napaka proclaims that the free people of Omu fear nothing. Brave new gods protect us, as Abteo did before, but does no longer. Omu will rise again, and Napaka shall reclaim all that is hers by right of conquest.
So, Orvex, this would have been Waxinary's great-grandmother?
Ah. Yes, you've told me of Mawaxanere, I presume.
I would assume also, yes.
No. This is Mawaxanere's mother, Queen Napaka. She is the queen's daughter, the princess. You should really get to know her. When you are marrying her, yes?
I was told I was marrying her, yes.
Yeah, you probably want to get to know who her mother is or was.
So
This is a translation. It appears that the people of Mesro, they could not understand the Old Omuan. This translates that fact.
So anything looks for this thing?
Up ahead.
Or
It's,
or is it crumbled too?
It looks like it could be a shrine. It's covered, it's surrounded in a wall, quite a large building. There's something else as well. All of a sudden you notice all these flowers colourful flowers sprout up around the wagon. As if it's particularly lush here. The sweet smell of honey wafts up from the bee's nest. And the bees themselves, they don't seem to be bothering you guys. And suddenly, a tiny little sprite appears around the corner from behind the wagon. A Twingo.
Hey.
Ooh, something little.
That's where we'll wrap up tonight's session.
Hello.
That Twingo. Big cliffhanger.
An enemy or an ally?
It pulls out an AK-47 and starts shooting. It's, who knows? This isn't the first run-in with Twingies. Little forest spirits.
They're usually pretty friendly to us.
Yeah, they helped. They actually unpetrified someone.
Yeah, that was me, actually.
Sacrifice itself for you.
They saved Orion's life.
Sebastian, do you have a second?
Sure.
I'm gonna shoot off.
Right,
Okay.
Good night.
Have a nice
Later.
day.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
I'm Gia. Are we one gun that is going? I'm gaming Mad Mage. And I have a problem. For some reason, when the line of sight of the players go into a room, the GM layer disappears.
Are you
Or
using
what
the
is?
new dynamic lighting?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't use it. It's
Well,
not. It's still in development. I wouldn't bother with it.
okay. Yeah, because it's fantastic for the processor. It's much smoother. Hello.
Yeah, it's better, and the Fog of War is awesome, but it doesn't work properly. So I'm not even going to bother with it until it's completely finished and you can't use the old one, because I just know that
Okay.
it's just Roll20. They don't get things right the first time around.
No,
Has that been in development for like 2 years?
Probably.
no, 1
So I
year.
remember,
There
I
are
don't know
many
if-
things that they're working on. Some simple changes still haven't been made from a very long time ago.
I just don't understand why, because it's not that complicated.
Yeah, they have.
well,
I mean, they don't even have the DM's guide on Roll20 yet for some reason.
fellas. First of all, hashtag sponsored. Have you heard of this program called Fantasy Grounds? This new up and coming platform you can play Dungeons and Dragons on.
All right, guys. I'm out of
Okay.
here. I'll see you guys
See you next week,
week.
Seb.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Good night.
Yeah.
Catch you all next week.